There we go. Now it's working. Yeah. The college football games today have been absolute trash. I knew they'd be. I go, no, Indiana's blowing out Alabama. Like, yeah. I could have told you that. Oregon's crushing Texas Tech. Like, again. I am not surprised by any of this. So, no point in watching football today because it's going to suck. Especially, man, last night's game was so good. So was the Michigan game, even though they lost. Anyways, DSP has been doing so much today. It's like, I'll cover this, and this, and this, and this. Like, you know what? Screw it. Live stream this shit. Let's fucking go. He has just started his stream at 11:34:24. I'm probably wondering, okay, well, it's a podcast day, right? Yes, it is a quote-unquote podcast day. It's... Even when he doesn't do a podcast, it's so extremely long stream, but holy shit. You gotta watch this with me.
And welcome to the show. How's everyone today? I hope you're doing well, and I hope that you are ready for a brand new year here on DSP Gaming. I know I am. I'm excited for the future, and man, I just want to say, Happy New Year. I hope that you all had a great celebration last night, no matter what it is that you were doing. As you can see, the fireworks are still going off here in my studio. I can't seem to stop them. They're uncontrollable. They're just like a fuse that just keeps going off and it's exploding all around me. So, anyway, welcome, and I'm excited for today. I'm excited for the future. I hope that you guys are as well. Good stuff all around, good vibes, right? And like I said, we're starting today very positively because today we're going to have a chill stream and all kinds of good stuff going on. I can't find my pop-ups. Hold on. Because I want to be sure that the actual pop-ups for contributions are on. There it is, yeah. I was going to say it wasn't, and that's why there was nothing popping up. There we go.
You should have. Oh, I don't know. I thought I'm ready to go before the stream started, jackass.
Oh, okay. So, good stuff today, and I hope that you're all in a good mood and ready for some fun here on DSP Gaming with some, like I said, some mic tweaks. Hopefully the mic sounds better. I noticed that the last couple of streams I was listening back to, like, the daily rap, and I would notice that it sounded a little bit too raspy, like there was, like, too much, like the S's were a little too harsh, but at the same time, when I was talking lower, it was dropping out. So what I've actually done is a couple of things. I actually made it so that my microphone arm is a little bit closer to my mouth, and hopefully that'll help with that. But also I made it so that the technology I'm using to accentuate my voice is a little bit stronger, I believe. So now when I'm talking lower like this, you should still be able to hear me, and the audio shouldn't drop out when I'm talking, because previously it was. So hopefully it's not dropping out for you guys, and it sounds good right now. I'd like your feedback, obviously. So Happy New Year, everyone. It is January 1st, 2026, and I'm excited. I'm absolutely excited for the new year. I hope you are too. Today what we're going to do, like I said, is we're going to reminisce a bit about the year that was 2025. And we're going to discuss things that are going to change and or improve in 2026 as a direct result of some of the things that we saw happen, to be honest, just in the last few.
Notice, none of it is going to be helping him. He's not going to change anything. He's going to buy more shit. Exactly, Rory.
Months.
I don't know.
I think are going to improve things around here.
The fuck is that supposed to be on his hoodie?
Notably, me muting my mic whenever I need to make some kind of a bodily function noise like I just did. It's so much easier with all my new equipment. I mean, just in the last month, the dramatic amount of improvements that have happened around here as a result of me doing all these hardware improvements, it's like night and day amazing, isn't it? To be able to play any game with surround sound, to be able to actually have great controls that work when I play Call of Duty so I'm not massively lagged, to have a microphone that's sounding amazing, to have background music that people have asked me for so many years instead of dead air. All of these great improvements that now are going to be implemented in the new year, but not just equipment upgrades, but mentality upgrades, the way that I tackle content. Instead of me being the old dinosaur who basically plays games to their completion every single time, but because of that, I end up only sticking with a few games. Instead, we can branch out and do things a little differently this year, and I definitely think that's the attitude that I want to have, is I would much rather be a guy who explores a lot of games and then focuses in on a few that are great, rather than the guy that plays only a few games but plays them for months, and a lot of people get bored, okay? I know that's going to be a big change. We're going to talk about how I'm going to tackle that in a moment, because for a lot of people, they're like, wait, what? But aren't you the guy?
Yes. He is going to be setting up the fact that he keeps quitting so many games. He quit almost 60 games in 2025. Almost 60 games got quit. I mean, they were boring, guys. So now he is setting up that he's going to be like, no, fuck it. I'll play a game for 2-3 streams and I'll drop it and fuck you. And I'm like, no, guys, it's not because I'm not getting any money on the 4th stream. I dropped it because, I mean, guys, I told you. I already told you this is what I was going to do, guys. I'm going to drop a game after like 2-3 streams. Fuck you.
It's just full playthroughs of all games, so every time we see you start a game, we can depend that you're going to finish it. Well, the thing is, almost no one does that anymore. That's a very outdated mentality. What it means is that you're limiting the games that you're going to explore. And to be honest, the reason that I really did that in the past is very simple, okay? Because I didn't have a lot of funds. I just didn't have the means to jump about and say, let's try a game today and a game today and a game today. I couldn't do it. You know, I bought a game or 2 or 3 games a month, and I had to focus on those games. And now things are very, very different thanks to all of you. So now we have the
Really, Mr. $5,000 a month in business expenses. That's from buying games? Then what the fuck were you wasting your money on?
ability to explore more. DSP Gaming can now be a channel where you get exposure to a wide variety of different kinds of games to see if they're your cup of tea, to see if they float your boat, and if it's something that you would like to check out. Oh, and by the way, if you're enjoying yourself, if you're having a good time, then stick around, because if I do a good playthrough, you probably want to watch the whole thing, right? So it's definitely one of the biggest things that's going to change this year. Like Broden just said it in chat, games are also releasing at a way higher rate now. With indie games in the mix, it's almost daily. Exactly right. You got to think, back when I started on YouTube as a content creator, at most in a given month, you'd have 10 big releases at most. And that was on a month that was heavy, right? Now, you're talking nearly daily, you've got a new game dropping. So,
there's always been indie releases. What the fuck are you talking about? There's always been indie releases. Not almost daily, it is daily. There's been a day in the past 10 years a game didn't drop, I'd be highly surprised. It was only a point-and-click adventure game that lasts 2 hours. It's still a game that dropped.
That much going on, it definitely makes more sense as a person who is covering gaming and the industry that I would basically be covering more games.
You're not covering
Doesn't mean
shit.
I'm going to play them all to completion, but I want to do a more exploratory style content to share, where we do a lot of streams where we're doing game tryouts and things like that. And hey, if they're good and they stick, we play more. And also, you got to understand that maybe not every game will be good long term. Maybe we'll play a game 2-3 streams, it's great, and then it fizzles out. I mean, we had a few of those recently. For example, Mega Bonk or Power Wash Simulator 2, or a few others where we played them 2-3 streams. They worked well, but after a while, you realize you've kind of seen everything the game had to offer, and it gets a little bit on the boring side, so time to move on. And that's okay. Again, we have to get people into the mentality that
if I'm going to play a game for 2 streams, if you don't give me money, I'm dropping it. That's literally what you're doing. You're literally telling your audience, if they don't give you money, you're dropping a game. There'll be no more, alright guys, I'm going to do another stream, guys. I'm going to do one more stream. If that stream does well, then I'll keep it in rotation. But if it doesn't, I'm dropping it. Nope. No more. Now it will literally be, you have one stream. If it doesn't make money, it's gone. I made money the first stream, now the second, it's gone. Made money the first 2 streams, now the third stream, it's gone. Now mind you, he got rid of the goal. There is no more goal. And yet, if a game doesn't make, oh, I don't know, $150, suddenly, it gets dropped. Amazing how that works every single fucking time. If a game doesn't get $150, it gets dropped. Mega Bonk goes one stream without making $150, dropped. But guys, there's no goal left. He's just making this bullshit up so he can pretend that when he drops the game, well, guys, I told you I'm only going to play a game 2 or 3 streams and I'm dropping it. Unless you guys really want it. By really want it, I mean give me money. He's talking about tractors 20 minutes straight, 20 minutes about how the tractors don't affect him. Yeah, it's not a sport goal, guys. It's just give me money goal, guys. Crazy.
this is not a channel where every time you come here, I'm playing the same 3 games in their entirety, and this is 3 months of content. Okay? I really do feel that covering more at a faster pace is going to benefit myself, you, and everyone in general.
You turned a 15-minute demo to an entire night stream. If you actually played the fucking game, you'd get through the games faster. What is he doing right now? He's doing a 2-hour plus podcast. Pre-stream, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's not a podcast, it's a pre-stream. He's doing 2 hours of this. Talk for half an hour. Start playing the game. You might maybe just get through it faster. And drop the Arc Raiders, or maybe not Arc Raiders. Alright, keep Arc Raiders. Drop Battlefield or Black Ops or any of those other multiplayer games that have no end. If you have a game that has an end, focus on the game that has an end. Alright guys, according to how long to beat, this game should take 10 hours. So it'll probably take me about 14 to 15 hours, guys. So we're going to play 4-day streams. 4-day streams and maybe one night stream to finish it off, guys. Instead of, alright guys, we're playing this game on Monday, and we're not touching it again until Friday as a night stream. Guys, I don't remember what I'm doing. What does the controls do, guys? Well, gee, if you didn't skip an entire fucking week of playing the game, maybe you'd remember.
It's going to allow me to be more successful in the year. This will be one of the major changes that we're going to tackle. In fact, we're going to talk about that right now as we go through the schedule. You'll see there's a couple of games in there that are exploratory games. I don't know if these will pan out to be big playthroughs that'll last months or if they'll just be a couple more streams, okay? Sound good? All right. So, by the way, Good morning,
Sound
everyone.
good?
How's everyone doing? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the first podcast of the new year. I'm so positive and excited today. How's everyone doing? Who do we got on YouTube? We got Pepe Base. We got Trials95, Copium, a Moody Cow, clearly just joshing. We got Boombox86D, Blame Games Not Reeee. This is hilarious because I think this is a troll. Bonos Tecmo, Babby Girl. Who else do we got? Chris is here, Max Powers here, Banana Jose, Grandmaster Scrub, Dave, and
That is
more.
a troll,
On the kick side,
dumbass.
we've got Just for Phil. That's a good one. Just for Phil, a Toxic Holdover, Hizuna Drop On Kick, Wet Stinky Fishy Queefs. That's a good name. I think you can see the difference between the viewership between YouTube and Kick, right? Like you can see on YouTube, it's like normal people who are gamers and fans, and on the Kick side, it's a bunch of mentally deficient monkeys bouncing off the walls. Like that guy said, he's a holdover.
Wow.
But
I
anyway.
didn't saw your kick chat.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the show.
Cat
Good
totally
positive
agrees
vibes,
with
nothing
him,
but
dude,
fun
'cause
today.
totally there
All right, good
still.
stuff. I don't know. Some people were saying something about something is wrong on the Kick side. I don't know what you mean. Like someone was saying, I can't talk in Kick chat. Well, I'm looking at Kick chat right now. It's definitely not on members only mode because there's people who aren't members who are talking. I think it's sub only mode, but the sub only mode is a 6-minute sub, right? So what exactly are people complaining about? If you can elaborate, let me know, and I'll try to fix it. But I don't know what
You
you're
can give
talking
me
about.
money
I
to
believe it's only a
elaborate?
6-minute like follow mode over there, or whatever it's called. Sub mode, it's follow mode over there, right? Yeah, follow mode. So there you go.
Take a sip.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have for you the first contribution of the new year. Are you ready for this? In fact, listen, I'm going to pause the music for this one. The first contribution of the new year is a $20 tip. Here's one of our new animations for 2026. Thank you so very much. This is from a tipper who says, today's my birthday. I'm turning 25. Well, happy birthday. And thank you. You are officially the
Why
first
you want
contributor
to stream?
to the channel of the
Fuck
whole
that.
new year. That's amazing. Thanks for all of the streams last year. I'm looking forward to seeing how great this year will be. Happy New Year to you and your family. And please keep Frankie in the party today. Okay. So there you go. Let's get the music back, by the way. And thank you. An anonymous $20 tip. And this is the person who likes having Frankie in the party for when we play Pokemon. So Frankie, the Greninja, will remain in our party today. Thank you so much. If you're wondering what that means, well, as I play Pokemon games, what happens is if someone does a
Does he have the
$28
music down
contribution,
really low?
they have the ability to name a Pokemon, and that
Or did
Pokemon
Raw
stays in my
Phil
party
figure
for
out a
the
way to
entirety of that
mute
stream.
the
Well, in this case, this
god-awful
Frankie was
music,
named many
hopefully.
streams ago, but this person keeps contributing because they want them in the party every stream, so they've stuck in the party for a very long time. Okay?
Yeah, what
so
are
there
you
you go.
doing
That's what that's
watching
about.
DSP
If
on
you're
your day
interested
off
in getting
for
a
your birthday
Pokemon
and
in my
all
party
that?
today
What
or
the
naming a Pokemon, it's a $20
It's your birthday.
contribution on the
Spend it with
stream.
friends and
Okay.
family.
So are people saying that for some reason the
Well,
mode
fuck,
is
go
wrong?
to
Okay,
strip
let me
club,
look.
try to get a
Give me a
stripper or
second here, guys.
something.
I
I
gotta
don't
flip over
know.
to Kick. They're
What
saying
is the nice
that
thing other than
I
him?
guess we're on somehow on followers only mode, but no, according to this, it's 6 minutes. I'm going to double check. Followers only chat 6 minutes. Subscriber chat off. Everything's off. So I don't know what you guys are talking about. Someone is saying that it's different, but it's not. From what I can see, the settings are all exactly the same as they usually are. So if someone's unable
they
to
fucked it
talk in the Kick chat, I'm
up.
sorry. I really don't know what's going on over there. Maybe it's a glitch or something for the new year that someone tripped and screwed something up. I don't know. They unplugged the wire or something on the Kick side. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, well, everyone, good stuff. Welcome to the stream and good vibes, right? Let's now get started. First off, what I would like to do today.
Good vibes, guys.
Okay?
Good vibes. My good vibes.
I would like to talk
money.
about the year that was 2025. Now, we've already talked about this a few times in hangout sessions and stuff recently. What I really want to do today is just kind of put it to rest, say goodbye 2025, and talk about what went right, what went wrong, stuff like
He's
that.
glad
okay?
about that and
So first
everything else.
off,
It's DSP,
2025.
so about everything.
Okay, last
Mama
year
now should have
started
swallowed
off
some 50 DSP
essentially,
memberships.
how can I say, basically really uncertain.
Argentina.
Right? I would say so. Because if you remember in 2024, I did a collaboration with a bunch of drama farmers on the internet. And the reason I did it
Ooh,
is
Avalanche,
because I got
hope you
wind that they
enjoy.
were going to start covering me
I am
in
just
depth.
so
And I wanted to
trash.
get ahead of the ball in this one. Rather than just
Shut the fuck up, Pig Roach. You're annoying. I am so trash at extractor shooters. Not as bad as fighting game, but in fact, let's go check out that post. I made a post about this. I saw Mortal Kombat 1 is available on Game Pass. I hate how bad I am at fighting games. If I could pick one genre of games to be 11 out of 10 at, it'd be fighting games. What about you? Real-time strategy is number 1 with 40% of the votes. Fighting games at 28% is number 2. Strategy shooters, number 3 at 20%. And first-person shooters in general, 12%. I say, because for me, I'm RPGs, the Skyrims, the Dark Souls, stuff like that. I'm pretty good at. Baldur's Gate, Warhammer 40k, whether it be Dawn of War series or Rogue Trader, I'm pretty good at. When it comes to fighting games, I'm just one Mortal Kombat game I only got it because it had Jason from Friday the 13th series. Where I got the Dragon Ball Fighters and then Sparking Zero because I love Dragon Ball. Escape from Duckov. I have seen Duckov, and Duckov's up for vote on the Steam Awards and all that.
be sitting around and kind of, being
Iron
behind it and
Jungle,
ignoring it. I said, maybe
welcome
this is
to
the
the
case where I
jungle.
could actually get ahead of the drama, get ahead of the nonsense. So I worked with these guys for months. We did content, we did collabs, we did all this stuff. But when 2025 started, basically it had already dried up. I mean, I'd only been working with these guys for like 3.5 months, but nothing was really working. I was on their show. It ended up being boring because I'm not a drama guy and I don't give a crap about their stupid lolcow universe that they've created for themselves. So we were
the lolcow universe that they've created for themselves to make them so much money that they take multiple vacations a year. Guys, I haven't taken a vacation in years. Not since my wedding trip to Connecticut to see my parents before they died. That's the last vacation I've taken, guys. The last vacation ever. Q Casino. Alright, guys, it's been 3 weeks. We're taking another month off. Deuces. Come back. Do stuff for a couple months. Alright, guys, it's been almost 2 months. Holy shit. This is the longest stretch yet. Anyways, we're fucking up for a couple weeks. Bye. Yes, vacations are definitely frowned upon. At least in his world. Fucking crazy to think.
we're brainstorming different kinds of content. And one of the things that we decided to bring back from my past was actually a wrestling commentary show called Smart Guys that I had been running way back when, and like I think it was like 2010 or 2011 through like 2014, but then I had retired it. So me getting back into pro wrestling was definitely going to be a pretty risky thing because I hadn't watched it in so many years. I was aware that one of the people who I had collabed with was a pro wrestling fan. To be honest, I think they're actually a bigger pro wrestling fan than I am. They showed up to the show with multiple title belts that they had spent.
Everyone is. You know why? Because you don't care unless it makes you money. If it makes you money, then yeah, you care about it. If it doesn't make you money, you don't fucking care about it. Alright guys, we have 30 people in our chat. We've already had one person give 5 memberships. We're going to have someone else show up and give us 5 more memberships to really get the momentum going. I just don't know if you guys are going to be able to do that. I mean, it is New Year's Eve, just finished the holidays. Oh, look at that! James Lesser gets 5 memberships to the channel. Yay! Easily amused jackass.
Hundreds of dollars on it. I'm like, I would never do that. But the thing was, which became abundantly clear within about a month, it wasn't really about wrestling like I had wanted it to be. This person essentially wanted to try to farm more drama. And obviously it would have benefited me if the show took off, which it did at first. But ultimately, when the show becomes more about drama than wrestling, what's going to happen is you're only going to get a crowd that wants drama. And if you decide to not do it, or if it just doesn't have anything too interesting and it just doesn't work. So even trying to farm drama from that fan base only worked a few times. And then after that, the show was drying up with attendance and support and all of that. So for those who don't know,
make sure
watching
you check out
pro wrestling and doing a show like that, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of time investment because pro wrestling is a lot of very long shows and things that are going on. You've got Raw, you've got SmackDown, you've got NXT and the other stuff going on in between. You've got all the pay-per-view events, which really aren't pay-per-views anymore. I forget even what they call them now because they don't call them pay-per-views, but basically it's a lot of time investment and a lot of watching stuff in order to be caught up with everything going on with pro wrestling. And to invest that amount of time just to turn on a stream and only have maybe a couple hundred viewers for a collaborative show. I mean, this is a guy that when he turns on his stream and does drama content, insulting people all day, he gets thousands of viewers. All of a sudden, we're deciding to do pro wrestling and we can only get a couple hundred. I think you can see the difference here, right? And so because of that, you know, it kind of was a stressful time at the beginning of the year. You know, here I was putting in extra effort, extra time trying to do this crossover stuff, and it just wasn't really working.
Wrestling is soap opera, just with big sweaty dudes beating the shit out of each other, usually. It's entertainment. Oh, it's not real. Neither is that talking raccoon, but I still love Guardians of the Galaxy. It's not real. Sydney Sweeney isn't really a felon begging for any judge and ending up as a housemaid, but I'm still going to watch that movie because her talents are very undeniable on the big screen. Also, I love Amanda Seyfried. Amanda Seyfried in the movie, I'm going to love it. I love her. Check out The Housemaid. Pretty good movie, in my opinion.
At the same time, the audience that I gained by doing the collabs with these guys had already dwindled because I think people have realized DSP just doesn't do drama content or he just doesn't want to. It's not that I can't. The few times that I've done it, it went well. People found it entertaining. But I've told you guys that's just not the kind of guy that I am. All right? I'm not the kind of guy in the modern day that sits here and actively thinks, who can I insult today? Who can I watch and make fun of? Who can I degrade and bring down and just slander or defame? Who can I step on to get ahead today?
I'll say he's not playing Rimworld.
That's not me. Maybe that was me ages ago, 20 years ago, when I was in my 20s and I was a troll in the Street Fighter community. But I have matured and changed as a person. I feel like I'm a better...
You ain't matured for shit. You've gotten older, yes, but you've not matured, mister. Guys, I just got $20. I gotta go take a 10-minute bathroom break so I can play WWE Champions and spend $16.51. What? No! That wasn't me replaying. I've been streaming for 25 minutes, and Down from the Raptors was last online 25 minutes and 5 seconds ago, guys. I'm not kidding. That's actually something that happens today. He actually says that he's not down for the Raptors because Down for the Raptors was on like 5 seconds before he started the stream.
Creator and a better guy than making that kind of content now. And to be honest, I've grown up and just don't want to do it. I'm married. I'm happily married with a wife. And I don't need to be causing drama and doing this kind of crap. I think it's beneath me. And quite honestly, it's toxic content on the internet that helps absolutely no one and actually hurts human culture. Now, you might say, oh my God, it's not all that serious. But to me, it is.
It hurts human culture, guys. It hurts human culture. I can't do drama content because it hurts human culture. Alrighty then.
Like, if all you do every day is you farm toxicity and drama and you hurt people to get ahead, you're actually hurting humanity as a whole. If you didn't exist and didn't make that content, the Earth would be a better place. So why would I want to leave a legacy of harmful, toxic crap on this planet? I don't. And it took a lot of soul searching to figure that out, because I was doing well when I was making that content. I was actually making money and getting views, and every day people were coming to the stream saying, who's Phil going to insult today? Who's he going to react to and slam and, bring down? And it was never about that for me, So early on this last year was rough. I was like, man, how am I going to maintain what I'm doing when already I've lost the drama viewers? The collabs I'm trying to do aren't really working.
Culture.
I want to get back on course. I want people to start coming to my streams again for games. In fact, a lot of people who are longtime viewers and fans of mine were actually coming to my streams and saying to me, dude, you've got to get a reality check here. We weren't with you along for this 17-year journey. To see it end with you selling out essentially and becoming one of these drama farmers, that's not who you are, or at least that's not who we thought you are. And if you continue down this path, you're going to lose.
Evidence of this,
I had really longtime
this.
fans and viewers contacting me, telling me this heartfelt message, saying this is going to be it for us. If you don't change or if you don't course correct,
Matthew,
right?
You're just
so I had to do that. I had to really soul search a bit and decide what I wanted to do.
4 times, not 30 times.
So let me tell you guys, it was not easy to do what I did, to cut ties, to say I'm just completely done with this and toss these guys off.
I thought you snaked them. I thought you were snaking them, dude. What happened to snaking? Did you forget that you were snaking them the whole time? Are you just using them to build up your audience and snake them?
A cliff like I did. All right, it wasn't, because I knew that there was going to be endless amounts of harassment, endless amounts of their fan base who had been coming to watch my content were now going to come to stalk and harass my fan base who were there for games. They were going to basically be on my case all year long. I knew this. I knew exactly what was going to result from all of this, okay? But, in truth,
Totally forgot to put those up, didn't I?
I feel like everything went as well as it possibly could have gone. I do feel like, obviously, there was no full positive way for this to go, because I wasn't dealing with positivity. I was dealing with toxicity and negativity, and when you do that, there's going to be a time when things are going to blow up.
The only person more obsessed with positivity than you is Eric Cartman in that one episode.
Negatively, no matter what. Like, I just want to make that abundantly clear. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter how popular you are. And it doesn't matter how much money you're making. At one point, if you deal with drama, toxicity, and hurting others, it's going to bite you back. Okay? It's going to blow up in your face. It's going to collapse. And eventually, you're going to end up being the focus of the negative limelight. Okay?
Why do we need to
that
get government involved in our relationship?
But I knew that it was probably going to blow back on the content. And it did to some extent. Earlier on, I said probably around March, April, and May of last year. A lot of people were like, man, maybe Phil made the wrong choices. But ultimately, if you take a look at the entirety of 2025 and how I was able to then turn that around completely and course correct and become positive again and have it be all about the positive content, gaming, and the like, rather than that toxic crap, I think you'll see that things came out really well by the end of the year. I feel like this was a necessary evil. That doing what I did, sticking my toe in the toxic pit, as they say, needed to be done because it allowed me to be seen in a different light. It really did. Instead of it just being Phil's the guy who gets, yelled at and whipped and he's the meme and everything. Instead, it became, well, maybe some people will actually give Phil a chance to get looked at in a light that's more neutral. And when that happened, all of a sudden, people realized 90% of the stuff that's said about me is nonsense.
Speaking
and the other 10%.
Gout miss and snort bucks.
Oh, what that aroma can do, brighter day for me and you. The best part of waking up is in your cup.
Easily amused.
It's just baloney, right? It is. It's just things that people hype up, literally in order to get popularity for themselves, to get clickbait views, to make money on stolen monetized videos. None of it matters. It's just bullshit. And if anything, in 2025, I want you to think about how much stuff we ditched, right? I want you to think about this. All the mobile game nonsense, the WWE Champions bullshit, all that is gone. It doesn't matter anymore. It's all dead. It's dead topics. It's in the past. It doesn't even affect me or apply to me anymore. Okay? How about all the long-running memes about DSP is an ongoing beggar. DSP is someone who's only in it for the money. DSP is all about his goals, and that's all he cares about, right? Well, guess what? There's no more goals. There aren't anymore.
There's no more goals, but Megabonk didn't make 150 bucks. Dropped. Candy Grill doesn't make 150 bucks. Dropped. What was that other game that didn't make 150 bucks and they dropped? Routine. Routine doesn't make 150 bucks. Dropped.
Over a month. In fact, well over a month now. And I'm not doing goals. We're not trying to hit arbitrary milestones. In fact, when it comes to DSP tries it, when it comes to monthly marathons, we don't have to qualify for them. I just do it. Just for fun. By the end of 2025, I became the master of my own destiny for the first time in a very long time. Instead of it being all about doing this and hitting this and having to do that, none of that applies anymore. Okay? So Great stuff, right? Absolutely amazing. And I'm just so happy that things have changed for the better. I really have. All right? I'm just very excited. Here's the hilarious part, because people always react to what I say. Someone literally just posted in the Kick Chat. Of course, it's the Kick Chat. They go, Down from the Rafters, which is the account that I used to own in a mobile game. Last active 25 minutes ago. Are you retarded? I've been on camera for 25 minutes and 5 seconds.
Really? That is not true. He started at 11:34. He appeared on camera at 11:34. It has been 23 minutes. He has been on camera for 23 minutes. Not 25 minutes and 5 seconds. He has been on camera for 23 minutes. And that is one of the main reasons why I wanted to make sure I wrote that down. I actually did write it down. Sent myself a message on Facebook so I wouldn't forget it. Yeah, 11:34 is when he appeared on camera. It has been 23 minutes. So yeah, he was on 25 minutes ago. Guys, that's not me. Down for the Raptors was on 25 minutes ago. I've been on here for 25 minutes and 5 seconds. No, you haven't. You've been on camera for 23 minutes. Jackass. Be able to tell time, dude. That requires reading. No, he can't read.
Duh. I'm not playing the mobile games anymore. I haven't been for a long time. I've been done with them.
That's not what he told Asmund Gold. That's not what he told Kiddo Casino. That's not what he told us when he said, like, what, $40,000?
The fact that you just posted that in the chat proves that I'm not who you say I am, and all your shit is bullshit. Literally. Like, right there, it says I've been recording for 25 minutes and 33 seconds. I've been broadcasting for 45 minutes, including setting up...
Jackass. You may have been recording when you're playing your stupid fucking intro. When the intro is playing, guess what? You're not on camera when the intro's playing.
Chatting with everyone. I'm not sitting here playing mobile games. It's fucking impossible. So what are you talking about, you idiot? And this is the point I'm making. None of this matters anymore. It used to be like the focal point of my existence on the internet is that people would talk about this nonsense. But now, it's literally only the content farmers. All right? Literally, that's it. They're the only ones who care, them and their defunct, mouth-drooling audiences. That doesn't affect me. It doesn't. More people are giving me a chance.
Dirk starts the big old detractors don't affect me rant, as it affects him for a while.
To come check me out honestly. Just take a look at the stream and see if you like what you see. And if you do, stick around. And if you don't, that's fine. But at least you give it a shot. Now, I know that I'm never going to blow up and become viral and be a big content creator again like I was back in the day. But at the same time, I have no aspirations to do that. I just want to be me. I just want to chill, have a good time, enjoy games, interact with you, and make a living doing it. That's all I ask. I'm not asking to be rich and famous. I'm not asking for big collabs. I'm not asking to get everything for free and become a millionaire and drive a Lamborghini around Renton, Washington. All I'm saying is I just want to have a nice, safe, solid, enjoyable life and chill with you guys and make a living doing it. I think that's not too much to ask for the amount of time and effort that I put into this. And you guys have shown me that. Like, basically by the end of 2025, what I saw is that if I stayed the course, I ignored the white noise nonsense, and I just kept doing what I'm good at, that people would see the light. And eventually by the end of the year, with Asmongold getting wind of me, getting harassed by people on the internet, giving me a chance for an interview, and finally allowing me to be seen in a positive light by a new group of people, basically that big kind of shroud that was on my shoulders was lifted. It's almost like I had a cross to bear, all right? And the cross, I was able to drop the cross and say, now we can just move on. And that's exactly what it's been for the last month and a half. Seriously, like, we just don't have to deal with the nonsense anymore. We're good. It doesn't...
Why is it so impossible for DSP to just tell the truth? Lie after lie after lie. This guy lies about the most randomest of bullshit. That's one of the things why I like about watching him. Because he doesn't just lie about the big stuff. Like bankruptcy, fraud, and tax fraud. No. Guys, I don't smack my lips, guys. I've never smacked my lips. Guys, I would never smack my lips on camera. You're doing it right now. No, I'm not. I've never smacked my lips on stream, guys. Pretty sure you're doing it right now. No, I'm not, guys.
Literally doesn't matter what people say or do or how toxic or negative they are. It's outside of this realm of this stream and this content, so who cares? Let them continue to content farm and be miserable, because here's the truth. Those people are miserable. I want you to think about something, all right? Really now, matter-of-factly think about it. If you want something...
So miserable, they're going to sit here and point and laugh at you.
...be clip farmed, this will be what they're going to clip farm, so get ready for this, okay? Every single day, I come to stream. I get to sit down and hang out with an awesome audience of people who are like-minded to me. They like video
money.
games, they like chilling, they like hanging out, they like having a good time. I get to enjoy different games every day. Sometimes it's an RPG, sometimes it's an FPS, sometimes it's a fighting game, sometimes it's a puzzle game, sometimes it's a driving game, sometimes it's...
When's the last time you played a fighting game? It's been a while, DSP. I mean, come on. It's been at least a year. Terrible pun.
just a chill experience, whatever it is. It's a good variety of content, so I never get bored. And I get a good audience for each kind of content that I create. Every time that I sit in this chair, I feel refreshed and happy that I get to make content that people care about and depend on every day. People say I'm one of the most dependable content creators out there, and I'm absolutely excited for that. I want people to feel like DSP Gaming is a place you can come just enjoy games at face value and have a good chill time, and not have to worry about any of that drama and crap from the outside. Okay, literally, we don't let that drama and crap affect us. Instead, we're just here to chill and have a good time and actually unplug from the drama of the real world when we're here together, right? It's not to say that we ignore it all. If there's gaming news or whatever, we'll cover it and we'll talk about it. But for the most part, we're just here to enjoy each other's company and have a great positive time. That's what I like. So I want you to think about that environment, all right?
Yeah,
where every day we're just here and we're really positive and enjoying everything that we're doing. Now I want you to think about the drama farmers, the content farmers out there. Literally every day, they have to go down into the trenches of the filth of the internet. They have to find a new person that embarrassed themselves. They have to find a new toxic thing that...
We ain't got to do shit. You guys put it out there for us. Sound like, all right, guys, I'm deep in the jungle here. Try to find this content. No, it's click on YouTube. Oh, look, there they are, making a jackass of themselves again.
Happened. Someone got arrested. Someone exposed themselves on stream. Someone's on drugs. Someone's abusing their kids. I want you to think about those topics. And this is their experience of what they have to do on the internet every day. They're literally in the trenches of garbage, of internet trash, the bottom of the barrel. And this is their existence every single day. Now, they present themselves as if they're above it, but in reality, those kinds of people aren't above anything. If all you do is involve yourself with garbage, guess what you are? Garbage. Because the only way that you can ever...
Guys, garbage men are garbage because they do nothing but deal with garbage all day, guys. Garbage men are trash. That's your logic there, DSP. Garbage men are trash because they deal with garbage all day. Yeah, we just exist in locales, just keep popping up. If he disappears, there's RTU, LTG. Every now and then, very rare sighting of Chris Chan, so forth.
Get anything positive out of anyone is by making fun of other people on their worst day. If your best day of work is because someone else had a bad day, you're not doing...
Your best day of work is because someone masturbated on stream in front of a bunch of children. You're not doing anything good. You're not doing anything good for society making fun of someone who masturbating in front of children on stream. How dare you do that? Don't you know you're not allowed to make fun of people masturbating in front of children on stream?
Anything meaningful whatsoever to a single person on Earth. And if you didn't exist, everything would still continue. I want you to think about this. If tomorrow I decided I would never stream again, there would have been an entire ecosystem of people who would say, Phil's gone, I can't believe it. So I can't watch his content, I can't enjoy it, or I can't make fun of it, I can't clip farm it, I can't drama farm it. An entire ecosystem of thousands, if not tens of thousands, if not even hundreds of thousands of people would say, damn, DSP is gone, now there's a gap. And that sucks.
We went from there's just a few rotten trolls out there to now there's hundreds of thousands of us. There's now hundreds of thousands of us out there. DSP, do you not hear yourself?
It's leaving a void in content creation on this planet. If the drama farmer content creators disappeared tomorrow, no one would give a shit because they would say, oh well, move on to the next. Because they're all disposable. They're all...
Yes, locales are disposable. Chris Chan finally stops appearing online? Okay. Not that big a deal. There's plenty of other locales out there. Oh, what did Quartering do? Oh, Quartering had a woman on camera and she's looking at another woman mouthing, help me. Alright, I guess I'll make fun of Quartering today.
All meaningless people. Because all they do is keep generating and propagating this same toxic content. They're a dime a dozen. Anyone can do it. Anyone can be good at it. Anyone can make money doing it. And honestly, doing that is the easy way out when you have no talent. Get it? That's exactly what it is.
Get it,
if
Chief?
you have absolutely nothing positive to offer the planet,
Get
you
it,
become
Chief?
a toxic drama farmer.
Chief, do you
and
get
then
it?
you make crappy
Chief,
videos
get it,
about
get it,
people
get it, Chief.
degrading them, saying they did things they didn't do, restreaming them and copying their content without legal permission, sitting there and saying that they actually didn't say things that never happened, but you spin it for your own purposes so you can get clickbait and morons will throw you money.
But you did say it.
That's the worst level
It's
of content
literally
on the
your
internet,
videos, you
and
saying
that is
this
something
shit.
that I am not going to be involved in anymore. I want you to understand that, yes, there was an experiment that had to happen. We had to go through it.
It had
we
to
had to grow
happen.
from it. And I
We
feel like
had
we
to go
have.
through
I feel
with
like
it.
we've been in the trenches of the slop. We've seen what the slop content is, and we've crawled out. We came out the other end. And there's still all these people in our tail view, our rear view, who are stuck back there, who are going to be stuck there because that's all they can ever do. I said it before and I say it again. Once you put the clown makeup on, you can't ever wash it off. So once you degrade yourself
you're admitting
to
you're a
be,
clown
that's
there,
who you are.
DSP.
You're the drama farmer. You're the person who's a defamatory content creator. You're done. You're now stuck doing that endlessly. And you can never, ever recover. If any of them ever wanted to be a serious creator of any kind, no one would give a crap because they've already degraded themselves to be with the toxic stuff forever. So I'm so happy that I refused to do what I was told. I didn't ditch everything that I loved. I didn't give up and throw in the towel and say, forget games. It's time for drama. This is what's prominent and popular now. Because that's the easy way out for pussies. When you're a coward, when you're a pussy and you have no talent, you give up on what you love. And instead, you just do what's easy.
Tell me how you really feel,
DSP. I've never done that. I've never taken the easy paycheck.
And yes, makeup washes off. Even if it's like the good quality shit that needs like premium makeup removal to take off, it still comes off. Because I had to wear when I worked on a haunted ship. God, I love that job. That job was so much fun.
I never took the big sponsorship deals. I never took the games for free that I could have back in the day. I could have got so much.
He got Tainted Grail for free. You just got Tainted Grail for free, jackass.
When I was a prominent YouTuber and I said no. Because if I do that, I will change as a person. My content will not be genuine. I refuse to play that game. And so many went that route. So many went the route of the shill and the sellout. So I already forewent that path. And then last year, the path presented itself, the route of drama, the route of the content farmer. And I said, I'm not going to do that either. I'm going to march to the beat of my own drum. I'm going to do my thing. And I'm going to persevere. It might be hard and it might be a bloody battle. But I'm going to persevere through all of this crap. And we're going to come out better, stronger, wiser. And overall, I think people will see at the end of the day that this was all for the best. Ladies and gentlemen, today is January 1st, 2026. I'm Darkside Phil Burnell, and I can tell you, it was all for the best. We've done it. We are past all of it, and now we could just move forward positively with games and fun and a great community. As much as the people who are upset because they're stuck back there in the drama slot are with that, it's a harsh reality for them to see. You don't fuck with Darkside Phil. Because...
Really? You ever get confronted in person, you're going to curl on the ball and shit yourself. You don't fuck with DSP. If you are ever confronted in person, you're going to curl on the ball, shit yourself, and cry. Shit like this is why we hope OIC shows up and turns into a skin suit.
You're never going to win. I'm always going to be here. I am the rocks against which the waves crash, and you may erode me, and I might get older, and I might lose some hair, and I might get gray in the face, and I might get droopy fucking jowls, and I may, you know, have weak knees, and I may have less energy, but I'm still here. It doesn't matter what you say and do. It doesn't affect me. I'm going to be here every day that I want to, for as long as I possibly want to. I'm the one who determines if I turn the stream on and off. I'm the one who determines the content I put out on that stream, and I will be the one to determine the final day that I decide to make content, because I will always be in control, and there's absolutely nothing you can ever do about it. So
he's in so much control, he's got to sit here for 20 minutes ranting and bitching about the tractors.
Sit and spin on it.
Sit and spin on it? Where have you been watching DSP before stream? Guys, I couldn't possibly be playing WWE Champion. I was too busy masturbating.
All right. So, that's what I got out of 2025. Because I stayed with my own way of thinking, I stuck to my guns, we came out of it in a very positive way. And I'm very happy that we did, and now here we are. And we can now move on for the better this year. Because we've got a lot of good stuff in store this year. Trust me. We're going to talk about some of those changes right now, some of the positive things that I have in store for all of you. But before we get there, let's go ahead and let's do some shout-outs, because there's been some contributions here that I've been ignoring when I was going through the topic, okay?
We'll do it live.
So, let's go. First of all, we've got Soul at 2 a.m. with a $2 super chat, who says, is that a Portal hoodie? Also, Happy New Year. It is. So, I'm glad that you called it out there, Soul at 2 a.m. Thank you very much for that super chat. So, earlier this week, I showed you a hoodie that I had bought way back when I had first become a content creator on the internet. It was a Space Invaders hoodie, remember? And I explained to you that I had gotten that from thinkgeek.com way back in the day, and I had never really worn it. So I decided, I found it in my closet. I said, hey, this is cool for the streams. Why not, right? This actually is also a hoodie that I got from thinkgeek.com. This one is unique because this one was actually a branded, licensed product from Valve. Yes, rarely back in the day, Valve would actually do like crossover product placements. In fact, I even have a coaster set of Portal as well, that I have various coasters of throughout my house that I also bought like 15 years ago from thinkgeek.com, okay? So this is when Valve actually made games, and we're actually like branding stuff and selling merch. So I bought a few of the things off the site. I have not really, again, worn this hoodie more than a few times in my life. I wore it a few times out. I remember, I think I took it on a trip, a convention once, and
Wage, not rage, wage, quit.
I maybe rarely wore it in one or two videos back in the day. But I haven't worn it in so long, and as again, I was going through my closet, I was like, oh, I actually have this Portal hoodie. That would be cool. The funny part is, it's 2026 now. Most people probably don't even remember what Portal is. I think that's sad. Portal 1 and 2 were absolutely outstanding, ingenious.
Just because your gin brain doesn't remember shit.
First-person puzzle games made by Valve back in the day when Valve actually made good games. Sad that they don't anymore, because they were really good at it. But yeah, pretty cool, right? So actually, it's here, and on the back, it actually says, test candidate. See that? So
No.
it's pretty cool. I think it's supposed to be similar to some of the clothing that Chell actually wore in the game, or that she found like throughout the game. So I like it a lot, and I will be wearing it from time to time when weather permits. Obviously, I can only wear this during the cooler halves of the year. I'm not going to be wearing this during the summertime or whatever. But I thought it was a nice one, and I hope that you liked it. Thanks for calling it out and noticing it. Princess Luna did a $20 super chat. Thank you so much, Princess Luna. That is obviously the biggest super chat of the day so far. Let's get that up on the leaderboard.
Oh, I see. Shout out.
Okay. And Princess Luna says, I've only seen about 1 year out of your 17-year journey. I don't know how or care about what may or may not have even happened. Nobody's perfect. I've also seen you try to be better and the best that anyone can do.
There's Portal, Portal 2, Portal Stories, and there's a VR mod for Portal 2.
Also, keep Glacie in the party today. All right, so Glacie remains in our Pokemon party for today. That's the Pokemon that Princess Luna had previously named during the playthrough. And I am very excited for that. And thank you for your support. But I mean, I'm glad to hear that someone who just came by.
Guys, look at this thing I bought 10 years ago and never fucking wore ever. Congratulations, DSP. You're a real fan. You finally wore the shirt after owning it for 10 years.
In the last year, has seen the content and is like, I don't care about the past. The future is where it's at. Thank you for that. No, really, because I really do feel like today, modern day, if you're just here and you enjoy what I'm doing on a daily basis, you're going to have a great time. The thing is, this is what the content farmers, the detractors, whatever you want to call them, won't do because they realize there's nothing to talk about in the daily. What they want to do is go back and focus on things from the past. Because, yeah, in the past, there was drama, there were mistakes made. Admittedly, I've said it as much, I've apologized for it, and I've improved from that, right? I'm not doing that crap anymore, and I'm happy for it. But they can't admit that there's been improvement, that there's been changes, because then they have nothing to talk about. They have to eternally believe that I'm the same person that I used to be when I used to make all these mistakes. So, the fact that you came by in the last...
Guys, I was a mere 38-year-old child when I said that. I was just a mere 38-year-old child when I said, it's a black woman, she's gonna steal your purse. I don't think he was 40. He may have been 40. He may have been 40 years old when he said that. He was actually, yeah, he was older than 40 when he said, all right, guys, we just kidnapped a black child, sell off her as a slave. What? I don't get it. What do you mean it's wrong to sell black people as slaves? I don't get it, guys. I was just telling a meme joke. It was just a joke, guys. Don't you guys understand jokes?
Year, you don't even know or care about the old crap, and instead you're here enjoying the positive new stuff.
And when he gets money,
I'm doing
he
the
gets
right
cocky.
things. So
He got
thank you
a
so
lot
much
of
for
money
that,
last
Princess
night.
Luna. I really appreciate that.
It
I
all
love that
goes
feedback,
to
and obviously
nothing
thank you for the
but
support. Happy New Year to you. The Cheesy Bear did a $5 super chat. I already know that he's a kind of a detractor, and he says, if you don't play mobile games anymore, why'd you tell Asmon a few weeks ago that you do play it and others? Because number one, I didn't say that I still play that game. I don't, and I haven't in 100 years. I don't play it anymore. All right.
Bullshit. You were just playing it on stream. And talking about how you had to make a second account because you don't want to use your main account on stream. You were literally playing a different account on PC for your streaming because you didn't want to use your actual account. You didn't want the detractors, trolls, haters, and critics to find out what your actual account name was. Which is down from the fucking rafters.
Do I play mobile games? Of course I do. I play just like anybody else. I play mobile games casually from time to time. Okay, in fact, sometimes I jump between them. Sometimes I play one for a little bit. I get bored. I move on to another. But I'm not doing what I used to do. I don't sink significant time, money, or effort into them.
Bullshit.
It's just a casual thing that I do every once in a while. Usually when I'm already doing something else, like a time killer or whatever. You know what I mean? And that's what I was talking about with Asmongold. But what I'm talking about literally is the person in Kick Chat saying, that account that everyone accuses you of still having was just logged in. Like, yeah, and I was on stream. I was literally sitting here talking to you on camera when you're claiming that account was logged in and active. So how is it me? Crickets. But then they'll come back in 10 minutes and say, oh, look, it's you again. So that's what I mean. Like, I don't need to justify. I don't need to talk about it anymore. These people have gone beyond levels of any kind of rational thought because, again, all they want is to believe the toxic so they can keep making content and make money on it. So I'm not going to bring it up anymore. There's no point. Okay? Okay.
He says he brings it up again and again and again.
Let's see here. Cyber Elk with a €2 super chat says, here. Thank you, Cyber Elk. Good to see you and Happy New Year to you. We got a $5 super chat from Soul at 2 a.m. who says, I wonder what the drama farmers tell their family on the holidays when they get asked, what do you do for a living? Like, literally, they can't tell. What are they going to say? Well, I literally stalk
on his phone
a particular person every moment of their existence. I illegally steal their content every moment and broadcast it without legal permission. I edit it in a way that makes them look bad. And then I put ads on the content and I ask for donations from my viewers so that I can make a lot of money, basically defaming someone full time, and that's my job.
I've never heard of a detractor ask for money. All right, super crazy, but he scammed everyone. Well, not everyone, because I just getting him money, but Duty never asked for money. GTG never asked for money. I never, in a serious manner, asked for money. Just when I'm making fun of him. Evil AJ never asked. Tevin doesn't ask. Whom the fuck is that? Snort Bernell never asked. Snort Hogan never asked. Kingsley T never asked. No detractor ever. Come on, guys, I need money. Why don't you assholes give me money? Don't you know I need that money? None of us do that. Only you do that, jackass. Only you.
Wow. That great job description, right? What can I
Because
say I
he's
do?
not there,
I'm a gaming
Snort
content creator.
Digital.
I play games, I review them, I talk about gaming news, I do podcasting, and hang out with an audience in a positive way every single day, and I love what I do for a living.
Bullshit.
That's my job description, and it's a pretty darn good one. Anyway, continuing on, thank you to Soul at 2 a.m. for that. Six Hybrid became a member this morning. Thank you to Six Hybrid for a first membership of the new year, actually. Wow, you're the first member of the new year, Six Hybrid. Congrats. Lance Catamaran has gifted a sub. That is our first sub of the new year. Thank you to Lance Catamaran. Thank you so much. Spedgy did a $6.99 Canadian super chat, which I forget the conversion rate. Let me do that very briefly, Spedgy. It's 509. He says, how did RimWorld go? And have you decided if you're going to try the Terminator 2 game? All right, well, let's talk, because that's our next topic, actually, is we're going to talk about, excuse me, my changes to my content creation mentality in 2026, how things will change, I feel, for the better, although some people...
Things will change for the better. I'll just play a game for once or twice, then drop it unless you give me lots of money.
People might disagree, because I'm going to be honest, I get it. Some people are afraid of change. Some people feel like any change is bad. That if I basically do not stick to my guns and play every game to its entirety, like I used to do, that this is awful. That I'm just throwing games away. There's no reason to ever watch me play a game, because if it's not a full playthrough, what's the point? Why invest the time? I disagree with that, and I'm going to explain why, but I also understand why there would be people who are of that mentality who are basically upset. Listen, I was the guy known as the guy who would always play a full game on the internet. And while everyone else around me was changing, while all my contemporaries were doing different kinds of content and changing that formula around, I was sticking with it, and it wasn't working. You know, it really wasn't. I'm the one playing 60 plus hours of a game everyone played 10 hours of and moved on. Meanwhile, I'm missing all these other games that are coming out, and then I wonder why I can't get more than 150 viewers for a game. Right? I have to try to move with the trend.
Because you sit there, crying, and begging for money. For hours. You turned a 15-minute demo into an entire night stream.
I'm going to have to figure out how to do things properly, but also I have to figure out what are the games that are good enough, meaningful enough to an audience to stick with them and beat them. It's going to be a challenge. This is something that I've never really had to tackle before, but this is how everyone else is surviving. I hate to tell you, this is just it. This is the reality of content.
No. No one. I've not heard anyone ever be like, all right, guys, I was going to play this game today, but you're going to give me $10,000 yesterday, so fuck this game. The Wolverine Dolls video on LARPing? Maybe. What video was I watching? It was the one that was in black and white. No, that wasn't. I've been watching a lot, and of course, GTG when I can. It's amazing how much he lies. 2026 year, more rage, wage, and bitch
is that
quitting.
almost no one can make a living doing full playthroughs of every game anymore unless they're taking a sponsorship deal. If they're getting paid to play the game, if they're getting tons of money from selling a product or a referral code or whatever it is, and I don't do any of that. So I have to move with the
You just got Tainted Grail for free.
times, and I have to adapt and change to survive. I know some people have issue with that. Some people in chat literally right now have issue with that. But we'll talk about it. We'll do it in a way that makes sense, because I want you to understand I'm not just going to drop every game either. We're going to have games that I'm going to play that we're going to enjoy at length as well, okay?
As long as you give me money for it.
Okay. Let's continue with shout-outs before we get to this topic. Anyway, we're going to talk about RimWorld in a second, because we're going to talk about, my schedule and what's going on with games and things. So we'll get to that, Spedgy. Thank you for the super chat there. Or excuse me, for the... Yeah, it was a super chat. Okay. Someone tipped $2, and then basically is being toxic. Thanks for $2. I don't entertain toxicity anymore. I just say thanks and we move on.
Doesn't do
Okay.
toxicity, guys.
And then there was another $2 tip. There you go. Someone just said that was awesome and base, so thanks for $2. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Uh-oh.
Soul at 2 a.m. just did a $5 super chat. Says your full playthrough of Chrono Trigger was good. I was watching your last on-demand playthrough of it. Yeah, and again, that is definitely one thing. If I really was a bigger streamer and could get people to kind of come and watch everything that I do, then I would play more RPGs and more classic RPGs particularly. Like, for example, I've now played through Chrono Trigger twice and still haven't been able to do any of the alternate endings. And it sucks because the alternate endings are fun. I want to do them. I never...
They're fun, but you guys didn't give me money for it, so I had to drop it. If you guys supposed to give me money for it, I'd be able to play it.
get a chance. I'm grateful and blessed that right now I'm able to go back to
there's
Expedition
channels that
33
do
and do
no
all of the
commentary.
content that I missed.
It's just
Because
pure
it
silence
sucks
as
that
they
I
play
missed
the
so
game.
much of that content when I was
Guys,
playing the
I
game.
can't do that.
It's meaningful stuff. It's good stuff. We're doing it right now. We're unlocking all of this awesome content. So, you know, but I love Chrono Trigger. I played so many classic games over the years. I would say the next classic games that I want to play are probably either Final Fantasy 4 or 6 and the Pixel Remaster Collection. But at this point, we're working on Expedition 33, and then we'll go from there. If anything I've learned is that you cannot do more one lengthy RPG at a time. It doesn't work. You try to do more than one lengthy RPG, everyone complains you're doing too much of the same. I can't go that far, right? Okay. By the way, Borderlands fan is saying, why didn't you read out my super sticker? Because super stickers sadly only show up in the chat for a limited amount of time, and they don't show up in any leaderboard. So I know you did one. Here it is. It's a $3 super sticker from Borderlands fan, and it's an anthropomorphic pear, and I appreciate that. But the thing is, it's not in my queue. So thank you for telling me. I appreciate the contribution, and I'm sorry that I couldn't shout it out as soon as you did it because I didn't see it. Thank you for that. If ever that happens, if you do a super...
Your eye fucking chat 24/7. You die in video games half the time because you're too busy eye fucking chat. I didn't see that support in the channel. Bullshit.
sticker, I don't shout it out, let me know, and then I can just scroll up in the chat and find it. Okay, thank you so much. That also goes for people who do kicks. Over on Kick, the only way that I can see your kicks is if you do 500 or more in a single contribution. If you're doing anything smaller than 500, there's nowhere for me to even look it up or see it. So that's why if you did 100 kicks and I never shouted it out, I'm sorry, I can't see it. That's why I didn't know it happened, okay? But if you do 500 or more, that sticks in the chat and then I can see it and shout it out, okay? Cool. Okay, we got more super chats. We got a ball, wait a minute. We have a ball 11, or Abel 11, I don't know how to pronounce your name, I apologize, who did a $5 super chat and says, tipping for more for RimWorld because I love seeing you learn it last night. Yeah, again, we're going to talk about that in a second. I want to give you my opinions.
He got hundreds of dollars from RimWorld. Hundreds. And hated it the entire time.
On RimWorld, now that I've played it for a couple of hours, and let you know my mentality of how I'm going to tackle it moving forward, because it did well, people want more, and so I am going to play it.
Guys, I'm not going to do anything until you guys pick a song for $20. Or pick a song for $20, guys. I'm not going to do anything else.
But people requested that I do it in a specific way, so I want you to know why I'm doing it that way, okay? Cool. Trap Rats, thank you so much. Trap Rats became a member. Thanks for the membership this morning, Trap Rats. Appreciate that. This song right now, does this song not sound like this could be like a Mario Kart remix or something?
Yeah, if you didn't get the money, he would drop that game.
That was called
instantly.
Max Cool Rock. That's all it was called. Cool. All right, continuing on. May Contain Bleach did a $50 Canadian super chat and says, Happy New Year. Thank you to May Contain Bleach for that. So Canadian to USD, that would be a $36.43 super chat. That is our biggest super chat of the day and our biggest one so far of the year. So thank you, May Contain Bleach.
That's a terrible
for $36.46 and the kind words as well. Happy New Year to you. So that actually gets us to 120. Yeah. Wow. Thank you. Thank you so very much.
Yay,
okay. And so, folks,
money.
what I think we should do now is let's talk
give me money.
about my changes to content creation in 2026, how I feel like this is going to positively affect my content. Okay? And let's talk about currently what's going on with the schedule because of these changes, we currently have a couple games that are in flux, and I want to tell you my thoughts about what's going on with them and how we're going to tackle them. Okay? Princess Luna just gifted a membership to the community. Thank you so much, Princess Luna. By the way, what's going on, Game Boy? Good morning. He's been trying to tag me all morning. He goes, how's life treating you? Life is treating me well. I woke up this morning feeling refreshed, feeling very positive about this coming year, and saying, I cannot wait to get on stream and do the first podcast of 2026. And here we are having a good time together already. It's just great, right? So thank you guys so very much for starting my year off right. Seriously. Okay, so now let's talk, everyone, all right? So here's the deal. Previously up to now, especially back in the day, I was known as the guy who would run out to the store, buy a game from GameStop, bring it home,
actually play it,
box it in a video, plug it into my console of choice, and start playing.
Unless it's Final Fantasy 13 and you just bitch about the fire alarm the entire time.
I would literally play that game for 2-3 days straight. I would beat it very quickly. This was before I was a streamer, okay? And within a few days, I would have the full playthrough of that game out on the internet, and I'd be on to the next. So I was known as one of the guys who could very quickly get through a game and then move on to another game. That stuck with me all of these years, meaning selecting a game and saying, I'm going to keep playing that particular game at length, and then that game would become a part of my rotation, and I would play it till the end, okay? Now, the thing is, there very much were some games that I would play and maybe like it first and then not like as much after a few sessions, but I would stick with them and beat them anyway. But what ended up happening is a lot of the times I would play a game for 2-3 streams, and people would be like, we don't like it anymore. Why are you still playing it? And I'd be like, well, because we got to see it to the end. How can I fairly review it or give my opinion on it unless we beat it? Maybe it'll turn around, right? And the thing is, I got to understand something. As much as I am playing games and having a good time with them, for me, it's also for an audience. I'm not just doing it for me. I'm supposed to be doing stuff that entertains an audience. If I don't have an audience that's being entertained, then why am I bothering with that content, correct? So.
Well, think about it, Matthew. What else does he have to talk about? He has nothing else going on in his life. Guys, I went to PetSmart. Then I went to Fred Meyer. Then I went back to PetSmart. Then I went to Fred Meyer. Like, that's literally all he has in his life.
If that's the case, right? moving forward, I think that I should be more selective with the games that I choose to actually play in their completion. I'm not saying that every single game should be disposable and I don't play them to completion. What I'm saying is I should definitely be more selective with the ones that I'm going to spend a lot of streams on. Case in point, if I play 2-3 streams of a game and I've already noticed a sharp decline in viewership and engagement and attendance and support, why am I still streaming it? Because I might miss out on another game. And the thing is, like we just talked about previously, okay? Today,
he says as he continues playing Black Ops even though he sucks at it and hates it.
number one, my time is in way more demand than it used to be. Meaning today there's just way more games coming out. There's more to do and cover and talk about than there used to be. Back in the day, in a given month, there'd be 5 to 10 games tops that were big games, and then nothing else mattered.
Big games. You don't only have to play AAA games. Indie games is where it's at for the most part these days, in my opinion.
Today there's literally a new game coming out every single day. And it's going to be hard for me to judge what games to play and what not, especially if I'm sticking with games that people aren't even asking for anymore. So my time is always in demand. Phil, will you play this game? Phil, when are you going to play this game? Will you go back and play this retro game? Will you play this indie game that no one ever heard of? What about this big AAA game that's coming out? Are you anticipating it? You know what I mean? Like, all the time. These are the questions I get asked. I'm like, I can't answer because things change so quickly, right? They really do. And it's hard these days to know what to do with my time. You know, what's going to get most people entertained and excited to come to a DSP Gaming stream? I
And give me money.
don't know a lot of the time. But I can tell you this, playing the 30th, 40th stream of a game that people are tired of is not the way to do it.
Oh, you know
okay?
he hates
On the flip side of that,
pointing
there
that
very
out.
well may be games
Guys,
that I
don't
never
do that. Don't
expected
do
would be
that.
as popular as they are,
Smack
notably when we're
compilation
playing
comes
today in
out. Guys,
Pokemon
bullshit.
Legends
Stop
ZA
context.
that I do want to stick with. Like with Pokemon, I thought actually this Pokemon would fail because everyone said that it was going to be in a small city. It wasn't going to have as much of the open world exploration that people wanted. Here we are, over 2 months after the release of Pokemon Legends ZA, and people
Yes, you've been playing it for 2 months. You still haven't beaten it.
are still showing up, engaging, and supporting these streams and want more. So sometimes you got to do a wait and see attitude, and if it's working, it's working, right? But I don't want to be the guy that is stuck playing every single game for 2 months, and because of that, we only end up playing 5 to 6 games in 2 months, and I miss out on all of these adventurous first-time experiences. If anything, what I want to know from you guys is, what game should I try? What game shouldn't I try? If I try a game, what criteria should I use to judge if it's working that you want more? Okay, it's not always just going to be financial. I want you to understand that, because a lot of people...
It's always going to be financial. Always. Even after all this time, always. Nerd.
think, oh, if it makes Phil money, he's just going to keep playing it. That's not always the case. There was games this year. I'll give you an example. American Truck Simulator. Okay? That was a game that I played once a week for, 7, 8 months, maybe longer. But to be honest with you, there was only 1 or 2 people who really were considering keeping it going through their contributions. They would come and drop sub-bomb.
And the one stream that it missed the goal, you dropped it.
Okay? And the sub-bombs would, oh, so you financed the playthrough. But in reality, people weren't really showing up for it anymore. Things were slowing down. People actually started turning that into a content farm for toxic people rather than it being a meaningful project that I was working on. So I have to be careful about that stuff. It's not always just about who's throwing money in a game. It's got to be about, are people showing up, engaging, and supporting. It's 3 criteria, not 1. And just because I get high attendance on a game, if people are only there because they're toxic and they're making fun and no one's actually being positive about it, then that's maybe something else that I have to drop, right? These are things that I have to learn and evolve in 2026. I don't want to be the same guy who's just playing the same games every day and then he gets played out. I would like to be a guy who maybe jumps around and is more adventurous and tries more stuff. In reality, thankfully, because of you and all the positivity and support you've given me, now I can do that. It used to be I could only afford a few games a month. Now I have the flexibility to literally buy whatever I need.
$5,000 a month in business expenses. I can only afford 2 or 3 games a month, guys. $5,000 a month in business expenses. So saith his bankruptcy forms.
If there were 5 new games that came out this week and we wanted to try every single one, I could do that without flinching, without cringing, without penny pinching and saying, oh, it hurts. It doesn't hurt. I can do whatever I need to do and I'm good. And that's because of all of you and your levels of positivity and support. And thank you for that.
What game just made you $600 but you dropped it because the one stream was $500, the second stream was $100? Oh, right. Tainted Grail. He made over $600 off of Tainted Grail. A free game. But because it went 500, 100, he dropped it. Although, no, I think he's moving to the night stream now. He might play it on the night stream once, and then drop it.
Because now I think you're going to find I'm going to reciprocate, and I'm going to give back what you're giving to me. Instead of it just being you're throwing contributions into a money pit, instead you're going to see concrete changes, efforts to try to do more games, more stuff, more content, different kinds, okay? I want you to see that I want to do this for the long haul, and I'm enjoying the heck out of myself now that I am out of that rut that I was in for such a long time, okay? So let's go. This year, let's not have those boundaries, those confinements, those limitations. If there's a new game you're aware of and you want me to give it a go, please do. Share that with me. Let me know. And if I get a few people saying, hey, did you hear that there's good stuff going on or whatever, I'll jump right in. Let's try it today. Screw it, right? We don't have to be adhering to a set concrete schedule all the time. We could change things on the fly, right?
Guys, I can't just drop this game and play a different game. People aren't expecting it. People are expecting me to play this game tonight.
Right? We got to be a little bit more adapting and jumping, and you know what I'm saying? I think that being that more flexible kind of gamer is going to allow us to open our eyes to new genres, new horizons, new kinds of gaming and experiences that I didn't even know existed. Until a few weeks ago, I didn't know what an extraction shooter was.
You played Helldivers. You literally played Helldivers 2. That is an extraction shooter. You literally played Helldivers 2. How do you not know what an extraction shooter is?
I didn't even know what Megabonk was. Everyone had always said, oh, Vampire Survivors. Well, I didn't play it. So I played Megabonk, but oh, that's the kind of game it is. I don't even know what to classify that as. But this is awesome.
A ton of fun.
That now I'm getting that level of variety and exposure and experience in games. It allows me to speak better to them. Instead of being the dinosaur who used to just play the old AAA games, now I'm starting to play all the new stuff, and I'm getting it, right? I'm starting to get a mentality for what the new gaming landscape is going to be. Moving forward, the new gaming landscape is not going to be AAA games. If you haven't noticed, 2025 exposed these AAA studios for basically being greedy and inept at what they do. They are not good game developers anymore. Instead, they're
greedy. Let's come from DSP. Bitch about someone being greedy, really?
just focusing on money and microtransactions and season passes. That's not what gamers want. Gamers want fun experiences that are addictive and easy to jump into. And by the way, don't break the bank. Hey, I can play a new game for $20 and get a bunch of weeks of experience and gameplay out of it instead of spending $70 and being disappointed that the game was bloated,
I gotta set to 1.5 speed just because he goes so fucking slow.
boring, and crap, right?
Take a
That's
sip.
the future of gaming. At least for now. And it may change over time, but I am absolutely loving that we're in a time when every day we could do something different and we're excited instead of the same thing over and over, right? I have a couple quick things to say because people are being nice here. Jade says, thank you for
Also, I have work at 6 o'clock in the morning, so I can't be here till midnight listening to this bullshit.
all of these years. I watched you playing Super Street Fighter to now, and I've seen you grow up over all this time. Thank you for that. You're not funny says, I think if you ask after playing a game for a while, ask the stream, do you think this is getting stale or not? There you go. Max Power says, I agree. He says, stop chasing new games. Successful people do not chase newer viral games. They make them viral. Megabonk released times ago that clicks with one streamer and become viral. I'm not saying that I only want to play viral games. I'm saying if there's new games coming out that even just look appealing to you guys, let me know. Maybe we could play a game no one's ever heard of and turn it into a fun playthrough. It doesn't matter if my playthrough goes viral. As long as we're enjoying the game, it doesn't matter. Of course not. Maybe we'll play some fun indie stuff no one ever heard of and we'll actually get some great traction out of it. Who knows, right?
You mean money?
Crowder says, I'm so glad you're finally financially stable in your life. Well done. Yeah, it took a long time, but I'm telling you. I told you, like, this last year and a half.
He is 43 years old, crying that he is just now financially stable. 43 years old. He is just now financially stable. DSP. What? And I can't emphasize this enough. The fuck?
Almost 2 years has been very rough. But I got through the drama and we're good now. Like, all I got to do is
Come on, DSP. Every person that I've asked about Rush Roulette survived, so it must not be that dangerous of a game. They all told me they enjoyed it. I asked to talk to the loser, but they said that I couldn't, that they were too busy.
maintain where I am. I'm good forever. All I got to do is maintain, and we're doing good. I want you to understand that. It's not a struggle anymore. It's not. It's, hey, I come on stream and we hang out, we have a good time, we're having, we're enjoying, and people support it because they like what they see. It used to be the pity party. We support DSP because we're sad because he's doing bad, and everyone makes fun of him. Now it's, hey, we support DSP because, damn, I like his streams. I have a good time hanging out with him. We're playing games, we're laughing, we're having fun. His setup is great. He can jump between whatever he wants, and look, today he's starting a new game that I was interested in. This is amazing. Let me support him. That's a completely different mentality of what it used to be, and I'm very happy for that. Okay? Broden, I think I already addressed what Broden said. He said, hold on. I just misclicked. It allows you to step outside your gaming areas like Megabonk. It's time to explore. Right. Abel says game.
I love when he accidentally bans someone. Well, give me $10 and I'll unban you. I mean, I'll have to do it as a stream.
Games just need to be fun now. You can throw millions at a project and still have it flop. You're right. I feel like now, and I actually said this last night, because someone did a big super chat last night on the stream and said, I don't know, I saw you playing years ago and it seemed like you had more passion for games back then than you do now. No. It's not my passion for games. It's the games. How can I have passion coming through when I go to play Assassin's Creed Shadows or I go to play Call of Duty Black Ops 7? You know, the most completely overproduced, over-budget, overblown, boring, cookie-cutter, paint-by-numbers, low-effort, modern AAA slot. How can I have passion?
You haven't had passion in years. The last time you had passion was when you were playing WWE Champions. Imagine that.
For that, right? I'm having way more fun right now with a unique game like Arc Raiders, okay, than I've had with most AAA games this year, for good reason. The game actually has some passion behind it. You can tell that the devs put some effort in. They wanted to do something a little different. They deserve to get some recognition and to get some time on my streams, as opposed to me playing the 7th or 8th stream of Assassin's Creed Shadows, where we're a superhuman female ninja who kills 5,000 soldiers with the powers of, you know, crazy slow-mo bullet time effects and nonsense. Like, what the fuck am I playing? So that's the problem, is the games
Sounds like a pretty awesome game to me.
have degraded to the point where it's really hard to get super passionate every day when you're playing games that are just such slop. But if in 26 my mentality changes and we try more smaller scale games, more games that aren't getting the crazy overproduced hype, but instead we're experimenting with different things, seeing what sticks, seeing what's good, I think it's going to be better. You're going to see that passion
Seeing what sticks, and by sticks I mean gets the most money.
in return. I have passion for games when we're trying good ones. We just have to find the good ones because it's becoming more difficult to find them, if that makes sense.
Find the games that'll give me money
Okay.
for.
Nothing here says this makes perfect sense. If no one wants a game anymore, then drop it. I don't know why it's so controversial. I'm telling you, it's controversial because people fear change. They do. They fear change. I used to be the guy that was Mr. Let's Play, Mr. Playthrough. Play the game from beginning to end, and if it sucked, say it sucked in the review at the end or whatever. But the thing is now, I'm just not that guy anymore. I'm a full-time streamer. I'm an interactive streamer. I have to entertain the audience. It's not about playing the game to the end if it's boring. If it's boring, say, hey, I hit the wall. It's boring. Now I don't want to play it anymore. There's other things I could be doing that are better with my time, and then admit it
Like crying and begging.
and move on. Right?
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
a
all about
games
the
journalist
money.
who has to sit here and actually
It's
formally review every
100%
game that I
money,
play. I'm just in the business of
money,
entertainment.
money, money,
Get it?
money.
I want you guys to laugh and have fun, have a good time with me. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Okay. Let's do some shout outs. We got, let's see here. Big Mac did a $2 super chat. He says, the hoodie looks good on you. What brand is it? It is Think Geek, which doesn't exist anymore. This is an officially branded Valve hoodie for Portal that came out around the time that Portal 2 released. I bought it off of thinkgeek.com. They were an awesome, awesome business that used to do all themed stuff. They did Dungeons & Dragons. They did Star Wars, Star Trek, all kinds of video games, everything geeky culture. And I used to buy all kinds of stuff from them when I was started as a YouTuber. And then GameStop bought out the company.
And then you never wore it on stream ever.
And liquidated the entire company, laid off all the employees, and sold all of the merch in their stores, and now they don't exist anymore. But it's a pretty good hoodie, isn't it? And I'll be wearing this from time to time, now that I remember that I have it. It's in my rotation of clothing. So thank you for that, Big Mac. Nathan Smith has gifted 10 memberships to the...
So yeah, we don't even gotten to the crash out yet, but I love that. What? Don Rogers was on stream, was on the WWE Champions 25 minutes ago? We're about on stream for 25 minutes and 5 seconds. Haha, it can't be me. Except I kept track of the time. It was 23 minutes.
community on YouTube. 10 memberships, guys. Thank you so much to Nathan Smith. Happy New Year to you.
I thought spray paint, but yeah.
And
that's
thank
a
you
good
so much for that
description of it
support.
too,
That is an amazing
Carbs.
contribution and a great start, obviously, to the year here on DSP Gaming. Thank you, thank you. Okay. So, what we should do now, as we're heading into the home stretch of the podcast, I want to address the current schedule to let you know what's going on with certain games. For example, I'm getting a lot of questions about RimWorld right now. People want to know what's going on with Tainted Grail. People want to know, what am I doing about Call of Duty? Let's talk all about that. Okay? Today, we're going to have nice chill vibes on the streams. After today's podcast, okay, we're going to take a little break, and then it's going to be Pokemon Legends ZA for about 2.5 hours. Continue.
The tractor, yes, but there's more. Tractor crash out already happened, but there's more.
Going on with this Mega Dimension DLC. For the record, we're almost done with it. This DLC coming up is, well, not coming up, but, I love the animation, but I feel like the music drowns it out, doesn't it? Because you guys, did you even hear that sound effect? Like, I love this animation, but it's very hard to hear it when the background music is playing.
Then drop the background music, jackass. Holla holla, member for 40 months. Happy New Year 2026, the year that horse-made wife is in full effect. Thank you for all the years of bashing the arrogant tool and his trash content. You're welcome, and thank you for watching and being a member for 40 fucking months. Well, the one crash out was about the tractors and how they don't affect him. Did that about 20 minutes. Another crash out about how he's not going to be able to be that guy that everyone knows. Back in the day, yes, I would sit on stream and I'd play games all the way through. No matter what the game was, I was going to finish it. Well, I can't be that guy anymore. I can't. Don't you guys understand I can't be that guy anymore? Guys, I can't be that guy anymore. Guys, I can't be that guy anymore. Got these idiots in my chat saying I need to be that guy again, but I can't, guys. I can't do that anymore. I'm new. I got all this other stuff to do now, guys. I like the DSP. I think having a retro game in the rotation will bring in some millennial viewers. Have you beat the OG NES Super Mario, for example? Just a thought. Jake and name a Pokemon. Happy New Year to all, including the... Then cuts off.
I'm going to adjust it. Hold on. Because I actually adjusted the tip last night, but I'm also going to adjust the super chat volume. Because I feel like that sound effect is way too low. I'm going to pump it up to 40-something%. Let's do that again. Ready? I want to hear that again because that was an awesome animation. We got to tweak stuff. Now that I have the background music, we got to tweak stuff so you guys can hear all the contribution pop-ups.
Come on,
okay?
Nintendo.
So I'll shout that out in a second. Today we're going to do some nice chill vibes content. Today it's going to be Pokemon Legends ZA's DLC, which we're almost done with. All right? I think we've got about 3 streams left, including today, because we're actually at chapter 4 of 5 when it comes to these dimensional rifts. We're at 4 out of 5 stars. So I think 2 more levels and then it's the finale. So we'll see how it goes. The thing is, we haven't done a lot of the side content of this DLC yet. We focus primarily on the story and the dimensional rifts, and there's a lot of side quests that open. We could do a whole stream of just tackling the side quests if we so choose, but I don't know if we want to or not. Let's see. Let's play it by ear.
I mean, you gave me money.
And let's see how it goes and go from there. So that's today's first stream after this podcast is Pokemon Legends ZA, and likely within 1 to 2 weeks we'll be wrapping up that playthrough, okay? Tonight on the late stream, it is a late night chill stream of Arc Raiders drops. It's our first Arc Raiders stream of 2026. I'm excited for this because Arc Raiders has been a great success in my streaming rotation recently. If you guys didn't know. That looks better. I was going to say, I'm adjusting my setup. I have my microphone in a different position this morning, and I think it looks better on camera, but then it was blocking my headphones. So you've got to adjust stuff for the new year. We'll figure it out. Anyway, so...
Why would you wait until
Arc Raiders chill tonight on the late stream between 7 and 7:30 p.m. We start. We do it for about 2 hours. I think we're going to drop more in Stellamontis, because we did last time, and we had a lot of fun. We were actually fighting new enemies. We were finding new loot that we needed. It was good stuff, so I think maybe we'll continue with the Stellamontis stuff, okay? Tomorrow, there will not be a podcast, but the major stream tomorrow, I know this is going to be different.
It would just be an hour and a half of chilling with Phil.
Call of Duty Black Ops 7. We're actually going to do a major daytime multiplayer stream. I haven't done that in a very long time.
Now, guys.
Multiplayer stuff has usually been left to night streams, but I want to give it a go tomorrow. I actually played Call of Duty a couple nights ago with my keyboard and mouse, and it went really well. I was getting positive kill death ratios. We were actually leveling up the new Carbon SMG, which was really fun to play with. So yeah, like I'm excited. I want to play more. We'll see how it goes. So if we play that tomorrow and it doesn't work and people are like, Call of Duty's played out, then we'll call it quits on Call of Duty. But I'm hoping that people will show up and engage and support with Call of Duty because I like having a major multiplayer game in the rotation. And listen, this is not the best Call of Duty. I think everyone can collectively admit this Call of Duty is kind of one of the lamest ones they've ever done. At the same time, at least it's something different for variety and multiplayer. I want to have a multiplayer game. So let's see how that goes tomorrow. Hopefully you'll show up and hang out and support that stream if you can make it. Tomorrow night, Friday night, I'm going to give Tainted Grail another go.
Yes, without the Asmongold bump, he's right back to where he was before. Without the view bots, he's right back. I love the, what was it with, Expedition 33. Guys, I only had this many people watch me play Expedition 33. I don't know if I'm going to keep Expedition 33 in the rotation. Like DSP. You're literally just back to where you were before the Asmongold bump. That's all that was. You're back to Asmongold bump numbers. That's why there's only 150 to 200 people watching you play Expedition 33. And because people hate the game, that's just your core audience.
But this really is kind of the final test stream for the game. If you remember, we played it first right before Christmas as a premiere. Then we did it as a daytime stream earlier this week, and it did okay. I want to see how it does as a night stream. If it works out and people come and hang out and enjoy this game, I will continue playing it. But if it ends up not being so good, then that'll be it for Tainted Grail, and that's okay. I want you to understand that's not a slight against the game. If we didn't waste time, we gave it a go. We saw if it worked. Personally, I like
Personally, I hate it because the tried just pointed out that I'm a piece of shit. Now the game developers hate me as well.
Tainted Grail. I think Tainted Grail is a fine game that plays like Elder Scrolls, and it's something that fits my rotation well. It's a good variety for my content to have an open world RPG where we're exploring, we're fighting, there's narrative, but also there's this looting, kind of mentality. I like that. I really enjoy that style of game. But it didn't work so well when I played it earlier in the week as a daytime stream. So let's see if it works on Friday night, and we'll go from there. Okay? I'm off from streaming on Saturday. When I return on Sunday, there will be a return podcast where we'll get caught up on everything going on. And then that major stream will be Clair Obscure. Oh, hold on. Clair Obscure Expedition 33. And we're having a great time in that. Now we're in the Flying Mansion or Flying Manor dungeon. We're almost at the end of it. There's still lots of Act 3 content left in the game. So we continue on with fun, chill vibes of Clair Obscure. I hope that people will show up. The thing is, we don't get a lot of attendance for Clair Obscure, but the people that are there seem to really enjoy it. They always engage and support with it, so let's see, but let's keep that going. And then Sunday night, we will continue with RimWorld. We're going to do our second ever stream of RimWorld on Sunday, January 4th on the late stream. Now, allow me to elaborate on that, because some people are already asking, why are you waiting till Sunday? I don't get it. Didn't it go well last night? Well, let's talk, okay? So I played RimWorld for the very first time last night. I didn't know what to expect, okay, at all. I was going in cold, basically, and trying to understand what this game was.
Cold turkey?
Now I know what it is.
He was going in cold turkey, guys. Fucking hell, DSP. That is not the saying. You quit, I don't know, drinking gin, cold turkey. You do not go into a video game, cold turkey. Fucking hell. How are you this stupid?
Basically, It's a strategy survival game. It has elements of games from the past, like, for example, StarCraft or Warcraft or even like Age of Empires, where you have a team of people that are resource gatherers, builders, and you have to basically micromanage these people in order to get them to survive. But in addition to that, the game has combat, defense, health, and even the characters have personality. So it's almost like The Sims fused with one of these RTS games. That's kind of how I'm seeing it for my first couple hours of experience. The game is very complex, meaning there's layers upon layers upon layers of things that you can have your party do that are just like what do I do? Do I build a shelter, or do I start gathering resources, or do we go hunting and cooking, or do we start building a way to make like power supply, like batteries? Or should I, you know what I mean? Should we go out and should we talk to a trader who just happens upon our camp and try to have a good relationship with him? And should we try to recruit him, or should we just let him be on his merry way? There's stuff going on constantly in this game that it's so much to handle that it's actually kind of daunting. Like, actually, it's like, damn, there's actually a lot to do. And the way that I tackled it was I played through the tutorial, which lasted a little over an hour. And then for the second half, I basically just talked with the audience, like, what do you guys think I should do? Do you have recommendations of what's important to do first, or in what order should I do it? And even then, you know, just talking with the audience, it actually ended up being very hard to figure out. Like, everyone had a different opinion. You should research batteries. No, you should be doing the butcher's table and start butchering meat. But no, you can't store the meat yet because you need refrigeration. Oh, but wait a minute. You need to do this, you need to do that. Like, oh my goodness, so much was going on that it was really hard to judge. And it was also funny because then you plan what you want to do and you click on a survivor, you're like, okay, go do this. You'd be like, I refuse. My personality type is I will never haul anything. How dare you? I only do research. Like, oh, well, if this guy's a no-load and all he's going to do is research, then we got to have him constantly researching.
A no-load? He's a researcher. Guys, I don't get it. How come I don't have refrigeration yet? Well, because you took all the scientists and you kicked them out of your base. They all went off into the wilds and got eaten by wolves. That's why you don't have refrigeration yet. But they're no-loads. They're not willing to pick up stuff and carry it around, so they're no-loads. No, they're literally scientists. It's what he calls a NEET. Not an education, whatever. Like, it's a phrase he made up to describe people who don't have jobs, i.e., fucking him.
At the research table, while other people are actually doing the heavy grunt work because he won't do it. He's like one of these, you know, haughty-taughty guys who thinks that he never has to do any manual labor.
You don't do manual labor. You have never done manual labor in your life. I would stock the shelves at Best Buy. DSP, you're gonna tell me you were picking up TVs? Oh, no, I wasn't picking up TVs. No, I wasn't doing that. I would show up and cry and beg and bitch, and then use my discount to get PlayStation 2s for a tournament. DSP, you have never, ever performed physical labor in your life. Never. You never have, and you never will. At this point in time, let's say all this goes to shit, and you end up living on the street sucking dick just to get protein in your diet. You still won't do any manual labor, because you'd be too good for it. You have never, ever performed manual labor. Sit him on the fields in 100-degree heat and pick beans for 12 hours a day for 20 cents an hour. Oh, he'd kill himself before then.
So, the first 2 hours of RimWorld were actually very interesting. Like, I was fascinated by how the game played, and I was getting into it, and just next thing you know, we're already out of time. I'm like, damn, those 2 hours flew by, like, really fast. I'm excited for the next stream. But I want to emphasize this. The crowd that was...
I want to emphasize this, I got $500 for it. I got $500, guys. So next time I play, you better have that $500 ready for me. I wonder if one of his whales will go home and be like, hey, don't play it too often. If you play it too often, I'm not going to be able to fund it. I really want to fund this game, but I can't fund it all the time if you play it no more than once a week. That's what I'm wondering.
There last night actually had a really good time seeing me be exposed to this kind of game for the very first time. And they said, we want you to do this again on a late stream. Like, we like how this fit into a 2-hour late night chill slot where you were talking with us and asking for our input on what to do. Like, people loved that and wanted again. And I said, oh, well, then if that's the case, we got to do a night stream, because I was going to originally do it as the daytime stream on Friday. And everyone was like, no, we actually like it in the late slot. Do it in the late slot. So that's what we're going to do. The next late slot that I had that we could try this in is Sunday night. So that's what we're going to do. Is this coming Sunday night, we're going to try RimWorld again. We're going to just go right from where we left off. What's next? What do you guys recommend I do? And I'll start messing around, and we'll go from there and see how it goes. If RimWorld works as
Oh, this hoof. That's what this whole playthrough is going to be, is holding his hoof.
a game for the rotation, I'm willing to play this 2 to 3 times a week. Now, 3 times is kind of a hard ask when there's new games out, but there's not a lot going on. I don't see a reason why we couldn't do it at least 2 times a week. You know what I mean? I'm down for that. We're looking for a new chill game. Remember, we're done with Power Wash Simulator 2. Totally 100%. I think that I would enjoy playing a game like that as long as I keep learning and there's always progress. If I hit a wall...
You never learn. You never fucking learn. And what was the last game you hit a wall in? Oh, that's right, Mega Bonk. What was that wall? Guys, I gotta keep playing the game. They really expect you to play the game? What?
Or if I feel like it is kind of getting played out or boring, I'm going to let you know. All right? I'm not going to force myself to like a game because people are showing up and supporting it. I want you to know that if I'm not liking it. Currently, this is the whole discovery phase for this game for me. Like, I don't know what the game is like. I never played a game like this before. So, to me, this is neat. And I want to try it. Like I said, we'll probably do it Sunday night. If it goes well on Sunday, then we'll probably do it Tuesday or Wednesday night. And if you know, time permits and people want it again, maybe we'd even do it again. But I don't want to go crazy and overload the channel with it either. I want to, you know, kind of give it a test period to see if people really like it and want it in the rotation. Maybe it's a game that works 2 or 3 streams and then we get bored. I don't know. But let's give it a go. Let's give it an honest shot on Sunday night and go from there. Okay? So in the next few days, I want you to think about this. Tomorrow, the late night stream is going to be Tainted Grail as a test stream. We're going to see how it works. If it works well, then we're going to keep that in the rotation. If not, then that's fine. We'll drop it. We'll do other
And the trolls show up and keep pointing out that the game developers hate me. I'm banned from getting any more games in the future. Then I'm dropping it.
stuff. Sunday night is going to be more RimWorld. We're going to see how it works in the rotation. If it works well, we keep it. If not, it's okay. I want to be able to pivot and change on the fly, depending on how things are going. I don't want to be forced to do one kind of game just because, oh, I'm committed to it, you know? I think...
He doesn't want to be, what? Forced to do anything?
Things work better that way. Being able to move and pivot and change and, you know, adjust on the fly is the way to move forward with content, okay? Cool. Now, for the record, there is a new release next week. It's called Code Violet. It's a PlayStation 5 exclusive, and it's basically going to be the spiritual successor to Dino Crisis. That is the big release next week, and it comes out on Friday, so it's a week from tomorrow, all right? So we got a whole week to play everything else, try RimWorld, Tainted Grail, more Pokemon, more Arc Raiders, more Expedition 33, some Call of Duty mixed in there for variety. And then when we get to the end of the week, we start...
Drop the Call of Duty. Put another game in that you're close to beating. If there's a game you're close to beating, put that game in so you can beat it before Violet comes out, jackass.
With Code Violet, and we see if it's good and if we want to do a full playthrough or not. I'm not committing to it, but I hope it's good. Like, seriously, I hope Code Violet is good because that's good variety. It's something different for the streams. I think that it might work out, okay? Cool.
Ah, Jumbo, you know,
one second, everyone.
Guys,
my air purifier is going crazy, and I don't know why.
So stuffy.
I want to see what's going on. Give me a second, okay? I have shout-outs to do, and then we're basically going to wrap up the podcast. We have 2,500 kicks. We got a big super chat. We got a tip, so give me a second, and I'll shout all that out. Give me a sec.
The fuck are you doing? No one cares about your air purifier, humidifier, whatever the fuck you're doing. I say it's easy to get riled up because he's such a fucking moron. The fuck are you doing, DSP? Amazing content, by the way. I love Pokemon. I can't wait to watch Pokemon. Where the fuck's the streamer? Yes, chair streams are the best part of his streams.
Okay. So I have no idea what's going on. I went to my window. I started smelling. The air outside smells like smoke. And it's very foggy outside today. Like, it's not smoke, it's fog out there today. So I can't tell where it's coming from. It's not my house, though. Like, I looked in the hallway. We're good. There's no smoke here or anything. Something outside smells.
What about your smoke alarm? Oh, you ripped that fucker out.
Like, maybe there's a stinky car in the neighborhood or something. And it's just... So I could smell it. And my air purifier just turned on max blast trying to clean the air in my office. Because it smells. Yeah, someone says maybe there's wildfires nearby. Maybe. You may be onto something. Maybe there's a wildfire in my area. Because it has that kind of permeating smell in the air. And I'm like, oh, that's what it is. Like, oh, it's not good. It's not pleasant. At all. But hopefully my air purifier can kick in and help. It's a very small one for the studio, but hopefully it's good enough. It smells. Whew. No, I didn't fart. All right. Okay,
wow. Let's
get to some shout-outs. So there were 2 people who each did 500 kicks, right? But they scrolled off the dang screen. Let me see if I can find the first one. It was way up here. Wasn't it, the French guy? Could someone look that one up? I see one from Sarah Barclay. Sarah Barclay did 500 kicks and says, would you say you're now going to be an entertainer instead of a gamer? With this model, you'll only finish a handful of games. Wrong. That's not correct. We'll finish less games, we'll try more, but ultimately we're going to play more games that are better. Does that make sense? Rather than focusing on games that are mediocre and finishing them, we'll try more games and we'll stick with ones that are better. We'll actually play overall much better games.
What, guys? there's a fire in my area and the driver's dead. Well, that's not my problem, guys. I even tipped him $3 to drive through the smoke and the wildfires to get my food to me, guys. Where's my food? Shout out, Bobby.
Using this mentality. Am I an entertainer? I already am. I already am an entertainer, but I'm also a gamer.
No,
Like, my
you're not.
entertainment is based on gaming. There is other aspects to
The
it,
only
like
time
social
you're entertaining
aspects,
is when you're
but
entertaining for the wrong
gaming,
reason.
okay? That is my focus, all right? Okay. So thank you for that. And I know there was the French guy also did 500 kicks earlier, but I missed out on it and it scrolled off the screen. I hate this that there's no queue that I can look at. Sadly, when it comes to kicks, let me try to open it in another window here. Let's see. We'll probably do
What if he smells burnt toast? That's a sign of a stroke, by the way.
it this way. It was definitely not French. Did a 500 kicks and said, a DSP renaissance is upon us. See, here's the truth. I do believe that now. In 2024, when I was teaming up with these drama farm guys, right?
There could
And people
be
were
a
saying it's the
fire
DSP
right outside his
renaissance.
gate.
I kind
Guy
of
that's outside my
And
gated
the reason I did
community.
is
What do
because I
I
knew
care?
that what I was doing was a necessary evil to basically get more people to check me out rather than just make fun of me. But
Here it is. He had to go on Kino Casino and deal with PvP. It was a necessary evil. This totally retcons the snake eating. He told us he was going to be snaking people. Now suddenly, no guys, I had to. It was a necessary evil.
I knew that that wasn't me. Like, I knew that that wasn't my content that I wished to make. That it was just a temporary thing that I had to do to get by until I got to the point where I would have enough people with new eyes on me that it would work. You see what I'm saying? So now I would say I am having...
It's dead the second he doesn't get money for it. If the next stream he only gets $112, game's gone. Doesn't matter that he made $500 in the first stream, it's gone. That's standard grail. $500 first stream, $100 second, gone.
the renaissance because not that I'm becoming prominently popular or anything like that. I'm not blowing up, but I've got a really solid viewer base every day when I stream. I got people who engage and support the content. I got people who like the on-demand stuff after the fact. I've got a good solid variety of positivity around me now.
Yes, the
I'm surrounding myself with the right kinds of people, not the toxic drama farmers, but instead people who are into gaming and chill vibes, which are the two things that I like. So I do feel like now things are turning around for the better, for real. The first turnaround, the DSP renaissance really wasn't. It was more the DSP drama arc. But now we're out of the drama arc and we're into what I feel is going to be hopefully my best year ever. I would love to say that by the end of 2026, not only have I played a better variety of games and enjoyed more than ever before, but maybe I'm into new kinds of content, right? We could be doing all kinds of fun new stuff. That'd be amazing. We'll see. I've got the technology to do
Like what? Acting? Oh, you tried that already.
new stuff. The question is, will it work? We'll find out.
Take a sip. I'd
By the
kill
way, I
for
do have
200
one more
viewers. Love
announcement
you
to make.
bots.
Before the
again,
end of the
I'm
show,
not
but I have more
DSP.
shout outs to do. What's up, King Michael? Good to see you. Boombox86D did a $20 super chat. I want to hear this animation. I love this animation so much. I want to hear it again. Ready? And Boombox says, I still think having a retro game in the rotation will bring in some millennial viewers. Did you beat the OG NES Super Mario, for example? Yes. Just a thought. Jade can name a Pokemon for this. Happy New Year's to all, including the, and it cut off. Did you put a longer message than that? Because it actually cut off. Okay, so Jade, if you're around, I know he's around.
Yes, eating
Boombox,
fast
with that
food.
$20 contribution, says that he wants you to name a Pokemon today, so you'll be able to. Or you'll be able to take a Pokemon that you already have named or like, and we can put him in the party for you, okay? Very nice. So thank you to Boombox. Okay, I have a couple tips to shout out. Let's get the music back going here.
Yes, I love the Nintendo copyright. Now, with the Pokemon, instead of charging, I don't know, $20, you're like, hey, Jade, you're a long-time fucking fan. For free, you get to name any Pokemon this stream. Or you picked a Pokemon. Well, in the next stream, hey, Jade, I know you're here. You want to keep that same Pokemon in the group, or do you want to name a different one? Whatever one you name, gets to stay in the group. A fan like Jade, I'm sorry, but you should be bending over backwards to keep him happy. Because not only is he not a toxic asshole like the majority of your fans, he's literally disabled. He's like a fucking mascot for your channel. And his mom has sent you money. Why do people have to pay for Jade to name shit when you're like, alright, Jade, I'm going to keep one Pokemon in my party. It's whatever Pokemon you choose, and you can name it whatever you want. If I was to do something like that, I'd be like, alright, well, Dasher P, you've contributed a lot. Parbs, you contributed a lot. Diclonius, you're here all the time. Fuck it, Diclonius. You want to name a Pokemon in this stream? Or, even better, let's say you have... I have an idea. Because no, Pokemon's a long game. Who gets to pick a Pokemon this stream? Trying to think. I'm trying to do it in alphabetical order. Trying to think who would be another good one. Oh yeah, Roach be here all the time. Alright guys, I'm going to be doing this for 10 minutes while I get stuff done and all that. Whoever wins the poll gets to pick, and then next time I play a game, that person's eliminated from the poll. We'll have to do someone else. We'll like, well, let's say Roachbait wins. Alright guys, hey, Bat Boy here? Yeah, I'm here. Alright, fine, we'll add you to the poll. If you win, hey, you get the name Pokemon. Like, this also help him get interaction on his chat. And if, alright, Jade gets to pick one just because he's Jade. Then we'll get 2. That's right, guys, half of my part. Oh, there you go. Half the party picked by his fans. 1 picked by Jade. Then he does a couple polls, but like, alright, these are the top people in my chat all the time. I see you guys here all the time. Or you can do 1 poll and Kick, 1 poll on YouTube. And be like, alright, this person won this poll, this person won that poll. So you guys eliminated next time I play this game. But now you guys get to choose 1 Pokemon each. Panda Reeee. Yes. But yeah, Jade is literally mentally handicapped. Like, it's not his fault that he's entertained by this. His mom is at fault. Jade's mom is 100% at fault in this. Like, he could do this for every stream. Be like, alright guys, half the party gets picked by my audience. The other half I pick. I'm going for this fight. I know they're weak against Psychic, so I'm bringing in my Kadabra. Like, I have to bring my Kadabra because I'm going against Bug type or Poison type or whatever. Yeah, Poison, duh. Or fighting, like, I need that my Psychic type. And I love this one, so I'm picking this one. And I really like this one because this one will be good for the fight. So the other 3, you guys pick. Like, he could do that every single stream. Get people to show up, do the polls. Like, alright, hey, you won your future stepmom, so you're eliminated next time I play. Oh, hey, Boombox86, you won this time, so you'll be eliminated next time. You can't pick, you won't be in the poll. Because as much as he plays this game, I wonder, how many streams of this game does he have? Crap, I actually have to go to his channel. Gross. Go to playlists. Where the fuck's Pokemon? Here it is. 56 videos. So you have Jade pick a Pokemon every time. Then you have 2 more picked by people. 1 in Kick. 1 in YouTube. You just had 56 people in each chat happy that, hey, they got to pick a Pokemon. They got to name it. Yeah, his name is John Rambo. I'll even question if he wanted to let Jade name one because the guy who donated might come back. There are lots of family-friendly VTubers or gamers in general. Yes, there are. I love the VTubers. They're so fucking hilarious half the time. Yeah, I know nothing's free in the stream, but make your audience happy. Make your audience like, oh, hey, maybe today will be a day I get picked in the poll. Maybe I'll get picked in the poll today. Yeah, I got picked in the poll. Oh, come on. And then imagine how fast his chat would be. Yeah, 4 people in his Kick chat, 4 people in his YouTube chat. Pick me, pick me, pick me. Here's why you should pick me. I want to name it this. Oh, that's a stupid name. If you pick me, I'm gonna pick this Pokemon. I'm gonna name it this. Imagine you have that every single Pokemon stream. Then, oh, hey, I'm gonna go on the YouTubes. I'm gonna look at Pokemon. Wow, this guy's got 250 people watching, and his chat is just flying by. He must be really popular. Oh, He lets his audience pick a Pokemon. He's talking to Kick? What the fuck is Kick? Type. Oh, it's a different... Oh, he's streaming the 2 different sources at the same time. Wow, that's really neat. And he's letting the other chat pick a Pokemon too? Wow, this guy's such a great content creator. Oh, and his #1 fan gets to pick a Pokemon every single stream? Boy, that is... Oh, he's mentally handicapped? His name is Jade? Oh, Jade's in the chat. Hi, Jade. Why do you like this guy so much? He cool dude. You? Oh, well, Oh, he actually is mentally handicapped. Holy shit. Like, this guy is doing this for his mentally handicapped fan. Every other fans pick Pokemon. Like, that could be great for his channel. Not just for discoverability and all that, but just because, I don't know about you, if I'm looking for a streamer, and this stream is fucking dead, and the guy's sitting there staring at chat, give me money, give me money, give me money. I'm probably not going to stick around. Just saying, I'm probably not going to stick around. Why you show up to a chat? And it's just flying. The chat's flying these... You got 4 people arguing why you should pick them, what they're going to name the Pokemon, why they're going to pick that Pokemon. Might actually be entertaining. And we'll end the poll. Oh, Roachbait crushed it. All right, Roachbait, you get to name a Pokemon. What are you going to name the Pokemon? I'll make it the pin message. So yes, Sakai, you're going to be bumped from the pin message. Whatever Roachbait picks will be the new name that gets message pinned.
Okay. I got a $2 tip, and someone says, if RimWorld sticks, it will. You should gradually add these expansions. Ideology adds a complex and fun religion system. Biotech adds playable alien races and factions. Mechs to build and control. Kids, gene editing. Odyssey will add space travel and cool biomes. Good lord. I mean, yeah, this game's been out for what, like 12, 13 years? And I've heard that this game has had insane amounts of expansions, mods, and all kinds of stuff added to it. I'm not shocked to hear that there's all these kinds of crazy add-ons and things that you can do with Hit. Okay. Someone took another $2 and says, the discovery phase doesn't end in RimWorld even if you play 1,000 hours. In addition to expansions, it has one of the best modding scenes. That's what I was just saying. And mods are super easy to add thanks to the Steam Workshop. It's a game you play until you hate and then you come back months later anyway. Wow. Very good. Thank you for another $2. Jade's saying he wants Randy. All right, Jade wants Arbok in the party. Named Randy for Randy Orton, the Viper. You know, that's his moniker in wrestling. So there you go. Cool. All right, we'll get Randy. I think Randy is in the party. We'll just keep him in the party today. Okay, so, hold on. So, one final thing. Because, ladies and gentlemen, today is officially the first day of the new year, 2026. And as you all know, especially if you're a longtime viewer of mine, every year around this time, I do a certain kind of content that I like to call my year-end series. My year-end series usually is 2 different things. Usually it's number 1, my most disappointing games of the year countdown. And what this entails, it's not the worst games of the year. It's the games that I felt in 2025 should have been good and ended up being awful, or just were plain awful, and I felt like I was disappointed that I wasted my time on them. So there very well could be a game that's not a terrible game, but I felt should have been a lot better than it was, and I'll call it out in this series. But also, there's going to be some downright terrible games in this series too, okay? That's number 1. I also always do a Game of the Year Awards countdown. And during this countdown, I tell you what are my favorite games of the year. Sometimes I've done top 10. Sometimes I've actually done top 15, all the way up to top 20. I don't know what I'll do this year yet, all right? To be very honest with all of you, the end of the year crept up on me and kind of flew by, and next thing you know, we're in 2026. I have not at all worked on this series yet. However, this year, I think I want to do it differently. You might say, well, what do you mean? To be honest with you guys...
What the fuck have you been doing? What fuck all else have you been doing? DSP, you have nothing. Once the stream is over, you are done. When the stream is over, that's it. You're done. There's nothing else going on. You really can't go to, I don't know what it would be. They go to content, live, be like, alright, let's say I'm playing this game, I'm playing this game, I'm playing this game. Or, I suspect, he's got the amounts written down. I bet every game he plays, like, alright, well, that stream made me $372. I better write that down for this game. And there's a list. This game made me the most, that's number 1. This game made me the second most, that's number 2.
Already we're juggling so much. For example, right now we're juggling Expedition 33, Arc Raiders, the possibility of...
I drive by a couple on my way home from work, so I go stop at one, get a cookie.
Tainted Grail, Pokemon Legends ZA, RimWorld, and Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Next week, we're going to be playing, or at least trying, Code Violet. And then, as you remember, for those of you who were here during my Christmas marathon event, There's other games in January that are maybes. There's this game called Pathologic 3. There's a game called
He doesn't charge him $20 to get unbanned, but if you give him enough money, he will unban you. Wink, wink.
Quarantine Zone: The Last Check. So there's other games that I'm potentially going to be checking out and playing in January. And I'm sure, as always, there'll be even more games that come out on the fly that we're going to want to test, right? So that being said, this year, I think I want to do my year-end series a little differently. Okay, well, what do I mean by that?
Dude, kick chat. Pathological Liar 3.
Still want to do them, but I actually think I want to do them as part of the Level 1 podcast, meaning we're going to have an episode coming up in January that's the most disappointing Games of the Year countdown episode of the Level 1 podcast. We're going to have an episode that's my Game of the Year awards. And there probably will be an episode that we might actually do a rundown of the best and or worst of DSP Tries It for 2025, because DSP Tries It became a weekly event in 2025 for the first time in years. And I did a ton of episodes. And I think what I want to do is go back and pick the best and worst and just go through them and tell you what I thought about my favorite episode. So that way, we won't be taking time out from the gameplay streams in order to do the year-end series. Okay? I think about an hour, hour and a half is more than enough to do any of those rundowns. It's just a matter of me now getting ready for those shows. So what I'll have to do, for example, if I do my most disappointing games of the year, I'm going to have to get some clips ready so I can play those clips during the stream, and we can run through what I felt were the most disappointing games of that year.
Darziak's going to be doing that, not him.
On that episode, okay? Now, I know that's different. A lot of people will say, well, that's different. You never do it that way. I know, but I honestly think that, number one, this will get more eyes on the podcast. Number two, this will allow me to not miss out on streams, because every year, around this time of year, I end up missing out on a bunch of different streams of gaming, and I don't want to be behind. Like right now, we've got a good rotation going of games. I want to keep going with those. So I don't want to miss out on a game stream to do this. I think that's what we should do, okay? Sound good? All right. So, folks, that's what I got for today. Let's open up to a little bit of Q&A to end the show. Please tag me in either chat, and let's see what you guys want to talk about for the end of the show. Can't one of my editors help me with this? What editors? I have a few people who from time to time help me with things. I don't have any full-time editors. I hate to tell you. I'm not big enough time to have a full-time
Darziak.
employee as an editor that doesn't exist.
Residents.
Bring back Minecraft? Maybe we will in 2026. We'll see. Will I give Kenshi a chance? What is Kenshi? I don't know what that is. Asmagol Reel? I don't know what that is. What is Kenshi? Will my wife and I come to Bumblebee Farmer stream to play Jackbox with us? No. It's Chris Perry says, happy 2026. What game are you going to look forward to most in the coming year so far? I mean, let's be honest here. Okay, let's be very honest. The game that everyone's going to answer is GTA 6, right? Finally, it's supposed to come out.
Nope. I have zero interest in Grand Theft Auto 6. My brother loves those games. He's played through, San Andreas 4, 5. He's played through all those multiple times. Loves those games. I don't know what it is about this. I don't know if it's just because it's just too much. Like, I don't know what it is about those games. I mean, look at Expedition 33. It's open world. You don't have to go the path. Fuck, when I got done with Act 1, I didn't continue with Act 2 for like an hour. I just went off on my own, did a bunch of exploring. So I don't think if it's that. I don't know what it is about the Grand Theft Auto series. I just don't like them. I don't find them entertaining. So for me, I'm really looking forward to that Vampire Survivor style Warhammer game. Can't fucking wait. And of course, Warhammer 40k Total War should be awesome.
Out in 2026 in November. If it does, undoubtedly it'll be the game that most people are playing and talking about, right? Such hype, such build up, such a long development cycle. Everyone is dying to know if this game is going to be any good. Even if you're not the biggest fan of GTA, I am a fan of GTA. I'm not the biggest fan of GTA. Just on curiosity's sake alone, right? Is the hype real? Is it worth it? Is this game going to be like God's gift to gaming? You know what I mean? Or have Rockstar been out of the loop so long from making this style of game that the game it ends up being a flop and it ends up actually not being very good? I could see it going either way, quite frankly. Really.
Let's see, what is Showa? An RPG where you play as Chuko, a resurrected teen fighting zombies and monsters in an 80s-inspired world. What? Oh. Hello. That sounds pretty fucking awesome. I'm gonna have to add that to the wish list. Neo Yokohama. Might be trash, might be good. Who fucking knows? Let's see, games I'm looking forward to. Should be Why are they not showing up on my wish list? Here we go. I mean, Pathologic 3 might be good. Quarantine Zone might be cool. Total War Warhammer 40k, obviously. 4 Loop might be cool. Exodus might be cool. John Carpenter's Toxic Commando, isn't that out? Is that out already? Oh, it has add to cart, but you can't buy it yet. Celesta 2 might be good. Phantom Blade 0 might be good. Soulframe. Ooh, yeah, Soulframe. Stupid Never Dies might be interesting. Who knows? There's Warhammer Survivors. Oh, I can't fucking wait for you, Warhammer Survivors. I want you already. God, I just got stuck looking at it too long.
I could see it going one way or the other, you know, directly dependent on certain factors, okay?
You're not wrong, Azalea.
Jade says, I hope Jasper will show up today. Well, no, you know, Jasper can only here on certain days. Usually it's earlier on.
Who's getting shot?
Here today, but he'll be back next week like always.
Not a chance in hell, Lunar Guardian. He's not paying $100 for that game. He's getting the Collector's Edition so he can brag about having the Collector's Edition playing the game 3 days early for $300.
No, right, currently we're not going to do anything playing with fans as of now. I'm not saying that's not a possibility. In 2026, like I said, I'd like to try new stuff. I want to change my mentality of how I play games. I want to maybe do some different kinds of content. I have the equipment to do it. Maybe we could bring back some multiplayer events. I guess the question is how to do them. How do you set it up so that the vast majority of people who can participate in a multiplayer event are actually a fan who actually wants to play with me. Not that we set it up with 30 spots and 28 of the rules are trolls and 2 fans are disappointed because the trolls just ruined the whole event.
Oh yeah, the Lego Batman game looks amazing. It's totally a sequel to the Arkham series. Interesting way of getting a sequel to the Arkham series, but that Lego game looks fucking fantastic. I know people that played Yotai, that after the first mandatory boss at the start, they fucked around and explored for 20, 30 hours afterwards. Then it's their story. Skyrim. You can beat Skyrim in roughly 10 hours, sometimes less, depending on how quick you are. If you only do the main story. How many people have 100 plus hours in that game because you're doing all the side content? I've played Skyrim. I've gotten a fuck ton of side content done. I just don't know what it is about GTA 6 that I just don't know. Yeah, that show I added to my wish list. Thank you for letting me know about it, Matthew.
We stop. So if we can maybe work together to figure out a way to effectively do a multiplayer event where real fans can actually participate, then maybe I would do it. But we have to figure that out together. Maybe that's something that we work on together and we figure out, right?
That Clownius, you better make sure you beg your fans to pay for it, dude, or you won't be able to afford it.
Okay. Kenshi is the best open box sandbox game on Steam. Oh, I've never heard of it. Kenshi, it's on Steam. Kenshi. It's from 2018. A vast open world. It's an MMO? Looks like it just had an update. It is overwhelmingly positive feedback and reviews. So most people love this game who have played it. Huh. You know, once again, me having absolutely no exposure to entire genres of games, like I didn't know this game existed, never heard about it until right now. Yet it's got, no exaggeration, 45,000 overwhelmingly positive reviews.
Last time I played Doom 3 was in VR. Fuck yeah, it was awesome.
45, how many games get 45,000 reviews in general?
Woo-woo. That sucks like
Holy moly, that's crazy.
Better than having that taxman on your ass.
Where does Jasper go later in the week? So, Jasper Kitty comes in here usually on days when my wife is at work for a longer shift. So because of that, he has nothing to really do. He's the kind of cat, he always wants to hang out with someone, right? So most of the time, he comes in here and hangs out with us when Cat's at work. There are some times when he does come in here when she's home. That's a rarity, but it has happened. Sometimes, you know, Cat's at work and he won't even come in here. So there are some days when he's available to come in here and hang out and he never comes in. Seriously, it's kind of weird because like usually it's every Monday, Tuesday, but he only will come in like half the time. And definitely since I upgraded the studio, he's not used to this.
Every Monday, Tuesday. So Cat has him the rest of the week. Good to know that she has him at the apartment that she's staying at the rest of the week.
Like he'll walk around and sniff around. Sometimes he'll go in the closet. Now he'll lay down on the floor. But you notice he almost never jumps up on here anymore. And he used to like the old.
Stan, how am I supposed to know who the Houston Texans are? Where's Houston's in Texas, dude? What? They're a football team? See, that's one thing I like about fantasy football. Where it's like, I'm not really a big fan of this team, but I got this player on that team. I'm going to watch. I'm going to follow. Or, of course, you do research beforehand, like, all right, let's see. They got a new quarterback. He's a rookie, but he came from a passing offense. He had over 4,000 yards passing last year and his senior year with this team. All right, that wide receiver might be having a good year this year. Or, all right, they got a new quarterback. He came from a run-first SEC team. Only had 1,200 yards passing, only 5 touchdowns. Yeah, I ain't drafting a wide receiver or tight end from that team. I might draft a running back from that team, but I ain't touching the wide receiver core from that team.
Chair he would jump on my lap. He's not doing it as much anymore. So I think it's going to take a while for him to get adjusted to the room. And once he gets adjusted to the room, he'll feel more open. Like he could literally...
Actually, Diclonius, the reason I don't support not taxing the lottery is because a lot of it goes to schools. But it should be taxed less. Because it's not like you worked and then you got paid, or you sold something and you got paid. It's, yeah, I put, $6,000 over the past 10 years into the lottery, then I finally win $1.2 billion. Well, actually, after lump sum and taxes, it's only going to be about $370 million. Fuck, then why do you advertise it at $1.2 billion? Well, if you do the 30-year payout, you'll get it paid out, that $1.2 billion across 30 years, so you pay less in taxes. Fuck. They're wrong, $370 million? Pff, fuck yeah. I'd be set for life. Everyone around me would be set for life. I get it, but you didn't work, so it's not an income. You didn't sell anything, so it's not a sales tax, whatever. If you gamble and you win, congratulations. It's not guaranteed money. You shouldn't be getting taxed for that shit. Pretty sure it's 30.
Jump right now onto this table and run all over it.
Oh, that...
There's no reason for him not to.
Vanderbilt game was so sad.
He just doesn't do it. You know what I mean? Like, he just doesn't. But it'd be cool if he did.
Win.
I would like him to jump up and kind of, have fun up here on the table. But he just doesn't as of now. Maybe he will eventually. The table is nice. It definitely would support his weight. It's a very nice looking made table. But he's just not used to it. He's used to me having 2 tiny little desks that you couldn't fit on. So he would jump on the chair and jump on my lap and stuff. But I think eventually he'll get used to it. What do I think of GTA 6 being 600 gigs of storage? I don't know. I don't think about it at all. I don't. 6 Hybrid, there'll be no problem streaming GTA 6. Everyone wants to see me play it, and I'm good. I know I'm going to get good attendance, good engagement, and good support. In fact, I would argue probably GTA 6 will be one of the more popular things I'll do this year if it comes out. Undoubtedly, everyone always shows up for GTA. Seriously, GTA always puts the butts in seats. It never fails. Robbie, how are you? Good morning.
No one else allowed.
It's Chris Perry says, get kitty treats and leave them in the stream room. Whenever he comes up to him, give him a treat, it will condition him to come to you. And that is true, but at the very same time, I don't like the idea of feeding him a treat every time he comes in here, because then I'm going to be feeding him a treat all the time, and that's not good for him.
Yeah, but it's 30 years. Okay. Oh, what? Huh? For 1.5 million enter 1.5, so calculate. So like if you want 12 million, year 1 would be 4 million, then you get paid out the other 4 million across the next 29 years. Net payment would be $2.84 million for the first year, and then $2.84 million for the next. Huh. If you won, or if you do the cash out option, instead of 120 million, it'd be 60 million. You get paid $43,200,000. Well, you know, if you won $120 million, but you only get the $43 million payout, I would not be unhappy about that. Well, actually, I think it was like up to 1.7 billion, but let's just say 120 billion. I mean, 1.2 billion would be 40 million a year for 30 fucking years. Holy shit. For a net payment of $28.4 million a year. I mean, $28.4 million a year across 38 years is $852 million. If you do the cash option after taxes, you get $432 million at $1.2 billion. $432 million is a lot of fucking money, just saying. But the fact that they tax it that much, fuck that.
See, like, my wife and I ration his food.
I saw that. My brother was like, hey, you gonna come over to the game? Like, no, why? Indiana wins. What do you mean Indiana wins? Indiana's gonna fucking crush them. Just like the Ducks gonna crush Texas. And I'm like, neither one of those teams have a chance of winning. You don't know. You don't know that. Bet I do. $20 says I'm sure. Kind of like, I wasn't positive Ohio State would lose last night, but I had a pretty good feeling they were going to lose, and I was right, unfortunately. Brother's a huge Ohio State fan. We have new desk monitors from tax write-off, but guys, when I had time to do taxes, I just beg for money when I have to file in a couple of years, guys.
Because I was several years ago.
I was like, you
the
should
vet was
take
telling us he was
off
getting a little
because
chubby.
if you
And we're like,
die,
oh, it's probably
the rest of the
because
money doesn't get paid
we're
out.
not rationing his food. Every time we see his bowl empty, we fill it. We'll just toss him treats during the day.
What was that about, Jasper?
That is true, but at the very same time, I don't like the idea of feeding him a treat every time he comes in here, because then I'm going to be feeding him a treat all the time, and that's not good for him. You see, like, my wife and I ration his food because it was several years ago. The vet was telling us he was getting a little chubby, and we're like, oh, it's probably because we're not rationing his food. Every time we see his bowl empty, we fill it. We'll just...
Every time you saw his bowl empty, you filled it. What? That's not how you feed a cat. You feed a cat, like, you know, you give them dry food in the evening and then wet food in the morning, or vice versa. Like, all right, it's morning, here's your dry food. Then at night, you give them a tin of wet food. You don't just be like, oh, bowl's empty, dump a bunch of food. 2 hours later, you walk by, oh, food's empty, dump a bunch of food in it.
Toss him treats during the day. So we started getting
Georgia should win.
careful
If
with that.
Georgia loses, I'll
And
be
since then, he's
highly
actually
shocked.
slimmed up a little bit. So that's a good thing. But I do have a bag of treats in here that I was giving him for a while, and I basically forgot about them. Like, they're in my file cabinet over there. So I could probably do that, like, on days when he's definitely in here, start giving him some treats to see what happens. But I just don't want to condition him to always want a treat all the time, and then, you know, I have to feed him all the time. You know what I mean? You just gotta be careful about that stuff. You don't want Garfield. Put a cat bed on the table? I mean, I literally could. I could put a cat bed right here. It kind of fits, but the thing is, when I play games and I move the monitor over, then it would kind of block it, and he probably would move because the monitor arm and everything. So he would fit temporarily, but then he'd have to scoot when I go to play games. So I don't know if he would like that. You know what I mean? Like, he's resting, I force him to move from the spot. I have to think about that.
No thinking about it.
Okay, good stuff, guys. I think this was a great show, a great first show of the new
Never had Paramount Plus, so I gotta go with Disney Plus. Hulu's been fantastic, and I've been loving Crunchyroll for all the anime.
year. I enjoyed hanging out with all of you. Thanks for going down memory lane with me. Thanks for listening to my story of 2025. And
Chris
thanks
McCaffrey better
for
fucking
listening
win
to my
this
plans
week.
for the new year. Again,
I need at least 8
a new mentality of
touchdowns.
game coverage where we're not committing to playing every game, checking out a heck of a lot more variety of games than I used to. Okay? Branching out and maybe doing some different kinds of content this year with the new technology that I actually have. And, of course, as we stated, maybe doing some new things in regards to maybe we could bring back a multiplayer event. Who knows, right? But that's the kind of stuff that I think makes sense and I want to do this year. And by the way, for the record, having a guest on a Level 1 podcast occasionally isn't out of the question. It's a matter of, can I find people who actually want to be professional and actually want to, like, talk scheduling and show up?
I've been watching my ass for one final thing. Been pretty entertaining. Woman's pretty much was promised to be married off to this prince. Treats her like shit. Finally, she's able to break the engagement, beat the shit out of him, beat the shit out of everyone around her. It's been pretty funny.
I can't waste time on people who are just, like, so wishy-washy that we can't plan for it and then
I'm
no one knows what's
hopping
going on.
a
Because when I get people to show up, I want
Subsuko.
people to not, again, be disappointed because someone decided that they couldn't do it last minute or whatever, and I think you know what I'm talking about. I gotta have people
I
on that
hope
are
it
actually
doesn't
gonna be,
shock
like, you know,
Jasper.
respectful of everyone's time. So, you know, maybe if that things change with that, we'll see. But I'm okay.
Well, one of the issues between light novel and manga is the light novel is like, what, 20 pages, and then, all right, you're done with that chapter. While the manga is like, well, how do we turn that one chapter into an episode? There's not enough content. That's why I like with Way the House Husband, where they do like 2 or 3 episodes. Well, like do 2 or 3 chapters per episode. So you don't need to stretch out a chapter into an entire episode. It's like, no, we'll just do 3 chapters, 1 episode. And I know they're like, there was one very emotional story about a band, and like the lead singer gets killed in like the first 30 or 40 chapters. Then the rest of the chapters is about the guy that was in love with her, keeping the band going until they get to perform at Tokyo Dome. They want to have such a large performance that she'll be able to see them from heaven. But the creator's like, yeah, they're making my manga into an anime. They'll never give me the 5 seasons I need. I'll be lucky if I get a season with 8 episodes. They're definitely not going to give me the episodes and seasons I need to get out the whole story. So he changed it. The scene where she gets killed by a truck, the truck stops in time. She doesn't die. That completely changes the entire story. But like the rest of the story is this guy trying to achieve a performance so great and big that she's able to see them from heaven. And if you don't kill her off, then you lose all that. But the creator said, like, yeah, they're not going to give me the 5 seasons, 24 episodes per season that I need to tell the whole story. So we changed it. 890 yards receiving. Ooh, it's going to be hard for him to hit 1,000 receiving, though. Oh, yeah, the manga is fantastic. You'll cry a bit. But the anime, because they had to change stuff because they knew they weren't getting the episodes they're going to need. Or one manga, you literally cannot read it legally in English. It does not exist legally in English. I sold my life for 10,000 yen a year. Fantastic story. One of the best, not just mangas, one of the best stories I've ever read. Ever. Fantastic story. You literally cannot read it legally. There's no English translation that is legal to be purchased. Fucking stupid. Truckcoon, yes, shout out Truckcoon for making some of my best animes.
Okay with having guests on from time to time to talk topics and things. We'll have to see how things go, okay? Shout out to Boombox, $2. He says, "Is Jasper your kitty or your wife's?" He's both. We got him together. We rescued him together. We already were living together when we got Jasper Kitty. It wasn't like he was my cat or her cat and then we moved in together with the kitty. No, we got him together. So, okay.
Way to keep saying kitty.
Guys,
like
thank you so very much. I certainly hope that you enjoyed today's show. And
exactly, Matthew. Exactly how I had to read it. The only way to read it is by that.
And Happy New Year, everyone. What a great start to the year we've had today, right? All righty then. Thank you all so very, very much for being here for the first episode of the Level 1 podcast for 2026. I hope that you had a good time, and I hope that you'll stick around for chill vibes with Pokemon. If not, the podcast returns on Sunday when we'll get all caught up on how things went with these various streams, including Call of Duty Black Ops 7, Tainted Grail, and more. Thank you all. See you Sunday. Peace out. Okay, everybody. Let's see here. What I need to do is we need to swap over. Oh, yeah, wait a minute. That's right. We're doing Pokemon today. So since I'm about to go on my break, what I think we should do is I'll play you guys some highlight clips first for about 10 minutes for the break.
A break from what?
And then I'll come back after break and we'll swap over to the Switch 2 for Pokemon.
All right. He finally appeared on camera at 11:34. It is now 13:20. It has been almost 2 hours. Now, he's going on break.
Okay? Good stuff. And in fact, let me change the,
Cooley was so fucking weird back in the day.
Let me change to the game playlist. This is the games playlist that I have there for now, but it could change. This is some of the games that we'll be playing this month. Look at that. Dinosaur for Code Violet. Okay. Let's get some highlights set up here for you guys to enjoy during my break. And when we come back, there will be Pokemon. In fact, here, let me move the monitor now. Give me a sec. Oh, thank you to Tear God or Tear God. I need to know how to pronounce his name. He hosted. Thank you for hosting. I appreciate that. I didn't see it when it happened. People are saying that he did it again. Thank you so much for hosting. Okay. Okay. Here we are. So I'm going to attempt to get the microphone to point a little better at me. I find that the closer that I am to the microphone, because this is a dynamic mic, talking to the top of it, it picks up my voice a lot better and sounds better. So I'm going to try to get the microphone even closer, but the thing is how it will look on camera. So let's find out.
You've had this microphone for how long? And you just now realize if you talk into it, it sounds better?
Looks fine. Because I'm going to be playing like this and then looking at chat like this. Looks good, right? Okay. That's good, actually. I think that looks pretty good. Wow, this hoodie looks good on camera. I'm impressed at how the hoodies looks on camera. It looks pretty good, huh? Okay. All right, so in the meantime, please enjoy some of these highlight clips from my history as a creator, and I'll be back in like 10-15 minutes, and we'll play some Pokemon together, okay?
Oh my god!
All right, 1322. It's now been 11 minutes. Oh, he's back.
Here on the desk, and then I got to set up the Switch too, but it's going to take me like another
So it
minute or
took
two.
over 10
Just give me a
minutes.
second, then we'll get set
Over
up,
10
okay?
minutes for him to
All
take a bathroom break.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh,
I thought that I was done. I thought that it was lit up, so I changed.
wait. Why did you come back? So you've been gone for over 10 minutes.
Here on the desk, and then I got to set up the Switch too, but it's going to take me like another minute or two. Just give me a second, then we'll get set up, okay? All right.
He's playing Pokemon today. He didn't have the Switch ready. He did not have the Switch ready to go. And it's now been over 2 hours. He's been on camera for 2 hours with no gameplay on DSP Gaming.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
The fuck is he doing?
Okay.
God,
Let's
what
get
a
set up here.
face.
So I just got to swap to the Switch 2. I got to turn the lights off first. Hold on. Let me turn these crazy lights off.
Guys, switch,
You saw me doing some lines over here? Oh, cool. No,
Wait, so you got it? So you didn't get the Switch 2 ready? What the fuck are you doing?
okay, is everyone ready? Let's get started.
2 hours, 10 minutes, no gameplay. 2 hours, 10 minutes of no gameplay. I don't know about you, but DSP, that's fucking trash. That's just absolutely fucking trash content on DSP Gaming to have no gaming for 2 hours and 10 minutes. Let's get to the end.
Obscuros. We're going to try that again.
$267. Yay! Oh, it's time for him to clock out. Let's go back just a little bit. He's supposed to clock out at 1600.
Isn't Scrafty the
And when
evolution
he
of the
doesn't hit the goal, he'll be there till 1610, 1620 sometimes.
Scraggy? I think it is. So there we got a 55 Scrafty. There's the Scraggy. Yep. We did not name. We have a Scraggy and the Scrafty, and they were never named. So they would be available for future streams. If someone wanted to name a Scraggy or Scrafty, something, we could do that. And I have tons of candies. I could level it up to be level so we can actually fight with it too. All right, guys, this is basically the end of the stream. The good news is, it looks like we're going to have the next leg of the story.
Season 2
Next time when we
can't
play.
wait.
Like I said, we've now reached
That's
level 4. That was a level
2027,
4
I think.
Mega Evolution fight. So probably we have like one more Mega Evolution fight and then the finale of the story. The thing is, as you saw, there's these grinding sessions between that. So I'm assuming
Gonna
likely
clock
2,
somewhere.
maybe 3 more streams to wrap up this DLC. Okay, we'll have to see. But anyway, guys, thank you. Great chill stream, great interactive vibe, amazing levels of support today for Pokemon. An amazing first stream of the new year. Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. Please remember to engage with the content, like the videos, leave comments, and please subscribe to the channel if you're not. And I'll see you next week for more Pokemon Legends EA. All right, guys, thank you so much, and Happy New Year.
$275 final total.
Okay. All right, folks. Well, that was good. That was fun, right? Good stream. And what I will do here, let me swap back over to the PC. And then I will set up for tonight's stream, and I'll let you know what's going on. All right, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back in a sec.
Why? You got $275. Why are you drawing this out? Why would you draw out this shit content? What, did a whale tell you he's gonna be late? This is the content you get on DSP Gaming. No, when I played Clear Obscure Expedition 33, you know what I did? I played the fucking game. Poorly. Absolutely fucking one of the worst out there, but I played it. Like, I went out there,
Signal should be
got
coming
my
back in
ass
a
handed
moment.
to me multiple times. But I was playing the game, not this bullshit.
There we go. Okay. So tonight's late stream is Arc Raiders. First Arc Raider stream of the year. Last time we dropped a lot on Stella Montes, and we had great luck. We actually got a bunch of good loot that we needed and other good stuff. So I think we'll drop at Stella Montes tonight. Okay? Cool. Let's get set up here. So what I've been doing is I move this monitor over. I notice now it's in the shot, and I'm wondering why, because it didn't used to be. But I don't think it used to be lower. I'm confused why it's in the shot like this, because it didn't used to be in the shot. But I don't know. Well, let me move it back, I guess. Hold on.
Yes, the only way for him to play Switch 2 is to get up out of the seat, walk around the desk, fuck with a cable.
Yeah, it didn't used to be in the shot. I don't know why it's in the shot now. It's kind of weird, but okay. So, great stream of Pokemon today, guys. I had a great time. I hope you did too. Tonight, it will be Arc Raiders between 7 and 7:30 p.m. Pacific time.
And I like he's playing on his phone playing WWE Champions right now.
Takes 3 tries to get the thing to turn on. I don't know why. And Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you'll come back tonight and chill with me for Arc Raiders fun as we continue to try to get the drops, the items from the drops to upgrade my gunsmith bench. It hasn't gone so well in that regard, but hopefully we can actually get that going. And we'll have a nice interactive chill time on the late stream. Now, if you're not interested in that, tomorrow there'll be a daytime stream with no podcast of Call of Duty Black Ops 7. It's 3+ hours of Black Ops multiplayer fun. I hope you'll join me for that. And then tomorrow night, it is Tainted Grail. We're trying it as a late stream to see if it'll work. And if it does, we'll probably keep it in the rotation. And if not, that'll probably be it for Tainted Grail. Okay? But thank you. What a great, absolute return fun stream this was for the new year. Enjoy the break, and hopefully I will see you all tonight for Arc Raiders, okay? Thank you guys so much. See you tonight. Peace out. Bye-bye. Let's get some music, by the way, to play you out. Here you go.
No, shut the fuck up. Go away. The Portal hoodie that he's only worn once, ever, and that was today. Bought over a decade ago, spent who knows how much money on it. This is the first time he's ever worn it. Yay, but he's a real gamer, guys. Well, it's almost 10 o'clock. Time for me to get ready to bed and because I got work 6 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, I was like, you can see why. It's like, I would make a video. I was like, well, there's this, and then this, and then this, and then this. Like, it'd be 4 or 5 different videos. Fuck it, I'll just do it live. Not just any cat, it's Space Cat. How you doing, Tim? Yeah, guys, I just gotta say, I was gonna do a video. Then 2. Then 3. Then I was like, there's just so much. Dropping video games crash out. The tractors crash out. Bitching about PPP. Now he doesn't have to do drama, guys. He doesn't have to do drama. Crash out. Then more talking about how he's gonna drop video games. I'm guessing us making fun of him for dropping so many games finally got to him. Having to drop so many games finally got to him. So, guys, no, it's part of my channel. I only play a game 2 or 3 times and then I drop it. That's why I can play more games. If you want to keep a game around longer, give me $150. But there's no goal. But give me $150 or the game gets dropped after 2 or 3 streams. And it still amazes me. Stream 1, $500. Stream 2, $100. Gets dropped. Tainted Grail was free. The second he got a fucking penny in ad revenue, that game made a profit for him. Tim to Tove, I'll have for the sub. But the second he got a penny in ad revenue, Tainted Grail made him money. It just popped up on my thing that you subbed. But the second he got a penny, gave me the money, but it wasn't good enough. Getting $500? Great. Getting $100 next time? Not enough. Well, I think he cares about what the whales want most than detractors. After that, he doesn't fucking give a shit. Phil loves Duty. That's probably his favorite detractor. Got Duty right in the name, dude. It's just fucking crazy. Like, I can't imagine a game makes me $500 in one stream, but then the next stream only makes me 100, so I drop it. Because 100 isn't good enough. Oh, fucker, that's $600. At $150 a goal, that's 4 streams. Could have played it for another 2 streams. And see if you kept making more money or not. No! It's $150 per stream. If I make more, great. If I make less, then the game gets dropped. Immediately. It's fucking insane how his brain barely functions. Like, can you not do math, DSP? If the goal is $150 and you get 600 across 2, that's 4 streams worth. Play it 2 more times. Nope, not him. Robust urban garlic. I won't be ready for GTA 6. My brother is fucking begging for it. He's like, come on, I can't wait. I think he actually played Grand Theft Auto 5 again last year. He might play it again this year just so he gets the GTA fix. True. If he knew math, he wouldn't owe the IRS so much money. But he's a dumbass. Anyways, for all the members, new and old, Discord link just got posted. And with that, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and have one hell of a day. I know I did 2 streams. Fuck. Wasn't planning on it, but hey, finally got more Expedition 33 in. Oh, and before I go, you guys can go check out the Wolverine doll. Pop in San Andreas. I say I got 10 Quest 2 downloaded. But first, I gotta get through Expedition 33. That's such a good game. And here we go in 6, 5, 4, 3.